Alright, we're going to start with everything right now. I'm just rebalancing some audio levels and doing some testing. So theoretically this is a test just for later today. I'm just testing a transition here, so it would be that and then an immediate
own Viet
Yeah, no, I mean it's turned down. How's that audio level looking?
this Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Alright, cool, that's good. Alright, that's good. Just testing that transition. I need to get my, I've got a device for stuff like that, but I'm working on other stuff right there. So let me get the music back on. I gotta finish up the multi real quick, and we'll get started soon. So for now, let's jump downstairs.
First aerosol, op 4. Red strike, blue 4, option for leadership.
Thanks.
Myrmidon, op 4. FK, op 4. Chad, op 4. Okay, is there anyone from Centaur who wishes to take a command slot? Okay, and we'll deal with that problem in a minute. That is every group, I believe, listed up. If there's any groups that I've not called out, make yourselves aware to me now. Make sure your guys are slotting up, because I'm now going to go through, and anyone who's grayed out, I'm going to assume is Centaur, and I'm going to give them a slot.
Why didn't that update?
Scandi still has one unslotted leave, Red 4 squad medic from Bravo.
Helps if I spell it right. There we go.
Here it is a 20% op 4 advantage, which means at this time they should have roughly 8 players more. Bart, op 4. Crisis, op 4, Collins, op 4, GR4V, op 4, Misu, op 4, Monkey, blue 4, Mr. Butt Cheeseburger, blue 4, Navy, op 4,
Alright, we're all sorted.
Oh no, I think you might be Zeus, aren't you? If you're not Zeus, then op 4. Let's see how there's
You're held up. While they're sorting that, I will just bring up right now. They're organizing numbers right now. We got about 100 people in here. That'll climb up a bit more. Let me look at how many guys we have in the channel. 109. Alright, so it'll climb up to, it'll be about 110 player PvP. So let me adjust that in the title real quick. Perfect. Alright, so here's the deal with today, guys. I'm going to have a little bit of a different one of, how do I put this? Things are going to go a little differently. So first and foremost, in between rounds 1 and 2, I will be muting the stream audio, and we will be playing what I like to call a commercial. This is an idea I got from Task Force 121. About 2 months ago, I played on one of their charity events. And the guy, the head honcho who was streaming it, he had these little commercials he would play while he took breaks. And they were just little meme things that him and his community made, and I absolutely loved it. So I'm going to use FNF now as a bit of an advertising platform for ops I'm going to do, as well as, you know, maybe plugs to Patreon or whatever. What I'm thinking, just like making small little stupid videos for like upcoming the Monday exotic / meme operation. So this one's going to be about the Emu War, and that's all I was able to make. And I'm also working on a little custom intro for Friday Night Fights as well. That'll probably be ready. I was going to have one ready, but we didn't get all the clips done in time. So we're going to take another crack at it since FNF isn't going to be running on Christmas, so we got 2 weeks to work on that. So we have that happening today. Furthermore, when we get to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, instead of doing NA round 1, we're actually going to go back to Audrey Hotto's server, and we're going to run SCP Overlord, this time without any of the bugs, hopefully. He had it tested this time with 7 people, and we'll see how things go. But again, we were supposed to run that weeks ago, but something broke with one of the scripts, so hopefully we'll finish that in time to cover rounds 2 and 3. If not, I'll take a break and cover round 3. So that's how today's going to go with everything. Sorry for muting the audio. We'll let that continue now.
My internet is being incredibly bad. You don't want me near a vehicle.
But that's what we're running today, so
Alright, okay. Misu and...
just having fun with everything.
Luna jump
We
down to
going
golf.
in. We going
Someone's
in.
down there already.
Let's not go in there.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. We still need a driver though. Do you have that fixed? All right.
Crash your
Perfect.
car.
Thank you.
Crash
All
car.
right. I am good.
Awesome. Larson, you got a minute on the clock.
Yep, quick. Let us have a look. I'm gonna need a 1 platoon leader. Also, the guy that's in the marksman slot, a 2 platoon. Don't believe he can be there unless we have a 2 platoon leader. And there's no 2 platoon.
Yeah, your second platoon marksman and your Delta 2 guy both need to have at least one other person in that group for them to be able to utilise those positions.
I'll take the 2 one. Right, yeah. And let's see here. How the vehicles looking? They're looking good. So, honestly, I think that should be good for now.
Awesome. Yeah, you're looking good to go. Okay, that is everyone in. That's everyone slotted, I believe. Let's go to our first briefing of the night. As we are loading in, we hope everyone's had a very good week. Please be sure that when we do go through these missions tonight, if you do have feedback to give on the missions, on the gameplay itself, on the tactical decisions that you would have made to do things differently, don't be afraid to screenshot your maps and then in your own time come up with your own plans as to what you would do. That's what the tactical discussions channels are there for. And please remember to put all your feedback in those channels so that when you do die, don't get angry and start shouting at each other in the death screen, because we're not about that. We're about a positive place and a happy place. So let's have laughs and giggles and happiness. Come on, guys, it's Christmas.
Too early.
Yet.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
I'm gonna throw up.
Do you wanna build a snowman?
Can we get a briefing, please?
Guys, you're acting more cringy than Keg.
There's not much to say. There's one cache, there's one
Yeah,
vehicle that needs to be destroyed.
I'll make a car for you guys.
Hey,
Right, shut up. We're having a briefing. Nemesis, go ahead.
Like one cache, one...
I will be commentating from above with Barb.
That's right.
Coaches don't play.
Questions to that?
Vehicle.
Blue 4 team leader, any questions?
Alright, we're going to hop up to the casting couch room. I'm going to go ahead and switch it to... I feel like playing Ventusi Battle for this top one. A little bit of a eeriness with it. I think that would fit for this operation. So, simply put, they are blowing up a cache and an SDV somewhere in here. Barb will come up and join me in just a moment, and we'll see how things go. Again, we'll have a commercial in between rounds 1 and round 2. I hope you enjoy it. It's just $3 budget, to quote Task Force 121 in their creation efforts, as we enjoy going full-time on the channel. I thought they'd actually start by now. So I think Op4 still had some questions. Simply put, guys, how FNF works is Op4 starts in there, Blue 4 starts in there, Blue 4 defending 2 objectives, Op4 trying to blow up 2 objectives. One, again, is an ammo cache at that artillery site. Another, according to the map, was an SDV in there, so they'll probably have to put demo on it or hit it with a stick of AT. US versus Russians, and we'll see how things go. So, chat, how are you doing tonight? Again, we don't have any delays like we do in OFCRA, but that might change in the future, which I hope it doesn't, because I prefer to interact with you guys here, but we'll have to see how things go. Yeah, the face rig, Delkey, hey man, how you doing?
I am doing very good. I've been a productive little boy today, and I'm ready for some Friday night fights to, as a bit of a treat to both myself and to all the viewers on Twitch.
I feel that. So someone was asking me. Remember the face rig I had, and we had Rube make it like years ago, and then I used it for a little bit and didn't do it again because it just the stream quality was horrible with it because it ate up all my CPU. Remember that forever ago?
No, I think that was actually before my time.
That was before your time. Shit. No, you might be right. But
So are you meaning to tell me that you're just springing this on me?
They're-
It's gonna be using the face rig today?
no, 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 no. God, no, I wouldn't do something like that to you. No, I'm just, someone brought up, so I'm just trying to say that that was a long time ago. We might have something planned in a few months to follow up on it, but a lot of other things have to get done first, so. You know, I've been talking with Platts about the whole VTuber thing.
I was gonna say, yeah, if you talk to Platts about it, because he's also a Neko VTuber, which I'm sure you're hella jealous about.
I know, right? I'm just jelly about everything going on. But anyway, let's talk about what's going on for round 1 of FNF here.
All right. I would like to start off with
Go
the
ahead.
Blue 4, if you don't mind.
All right.
So, starting with the Blue 4 faction, we have the good old USMC, that Marpad Woodland, along with a Huey, and some transport vehicles, along with 2 up-armored Humvees, one with an M2 and one with a 240. We have 2 objectives for Red 4 to destroy. One of them is at the Blue 4 spawn, and one is this artillery site. It's marked as, okay, so it is a cache, but there are 4 of these slammers, or not slammer, but what do you want to call it? Scorchers, kind of mobile artillery things, self-propelled artillery. But over in the port, we actually have this objective over here is an SDV. Now, it was made clear in the briefing, and I'm mentioning this because you weren't down there, but the Blue 4 is not allowed to get in it, or they can push it out to sea a bit, but they can't, like, get around it and drive it and, like, you know, submerge it.
Hide it, yeah.
Game breaking. So
hide it under that frigate out there in the water, right?
yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
So they can't do that, but I think they can push it on the water, but that is one of the destroy objectives. The other is the cache over there. But yeah, a bunch of transport, though they won't really need it. It's a pretty small area for Blue 4 to cover, so it'll be interesting to see how exactly they hold this.
What I think we're going to see is usually in FNF when they're given, them being the defenders, they're given fast attack vehicles such as gun trucks or even technicals. Usually they try to use them as a quick rush counterattack to try to catch the attacking faction off guard. If one of these cars can pull up by an unarmed transport filled with dudes and they can get a full squad wipe early on, that can be really devastating to the attacking faction. But I think it's also important to say that at the artillery site, it's specifically an ammo cache that needs to be demoed, and it's actually hidden away really well in this cargo crate over here, if you actually come and look at the actual marker. So that's really nice.
Well, it's nice in that it's hidden away, but when the map marker says artillery site, I feel like there's going to be some confusion as to what to destroy. I feel like Red 4 is going to come in, try and blow up the 3 self-propelled artillery vehicles, and then it doesn't pop, and then they're going to go, what the fuck? Yeah. And they might still look around, find the cache, and blow it up, but that might be...
It did say on the map, though, that they were taking out an ammo cache in SDV, so I guess the people that don't read are the only ones that are going to suffer for that.
Well, if there's anything we both have learned from people who play Arma is that they can't fucking read.
Right. Otherwise, we do also have this UH-1, aka Huey, and it does have 240 Bravos on the side, basically 100 round M60s, however you want to call it, but basically just machine guns to fire down at people. And the Huey is a little on the tankier end, but one shot can easily take out the tail rotor, and with the RHS update from about a month ago, it can easily cause the helicopter to lose function. Who's flying that? Mountain? Yeah, all right. So either we're going to see something spectacular or some sort of flop, because he's very hit or miss on the aircraft, and I don't mind bullying him on that regard. Oh, shut the fuck up. Now, I'm going to cover Op 4, if you don't mind. We do have an Mi-8 Super Hind, no pylons on the bird, unfortunately, but we will have, let's see, 2 side guns. Does it also have the rear gun?
Yes,
it appears... Really? I don't see it. Oh, it's all the way in the back. Dang, yeah, so 3 guns. Usually it's on, like, a back side door. But, all right, 3 machine guns. Basically 100-round boxes for the PKPs. So 7.62, kind of a mirror right there. But I would take a Huey over an Mi-8 any day, to be perfectly honest. Other vehicles we have...
Be more maneuverable, but the Mi-8 is absolutely a school bus in every sense of the word. I think it can carry more people, and I want to say it's a bit more resilient as well.
So OPFOR, I mean, standard Russian forces, they appear to have 5-4-5, so 5-5-6 pieces, 5-4-5 mirror on U.S. versus Russia. We've got 2 BTR-80s, an ARM GAZ. Just a reminder, guys, that GP, that's not GP-25, that's the single shot. AGS.
Yes, the AGS.
The grenade machine gun is unscripted. It doesn't have any ammo. Don't worry about it, but the PKM on top is fully ready to go. We also have 2 unarmed gazes behind them, which offer a bit more protection than the transport trucks behind them. Though these Kamazes, they are a little armored. The glass, I mean, it looks thick enough to be a little bit armored, but we'll have to wait and see. I don't think these are the armored versions, but I could be wrong.
Mm-hmm. I think we'll just have to see on that. But those guys, Tigers, the little cars, those things are resilient as hell. Like, you're going to need 7.62 to pierce through the glass.
Yep. But, I mean, we've seen in the past a single 7.62 shot placed correctly will still kill the driver and crewmen inside. So
I still remember seeing Blue 4 marksman, like, whip around with an SVD, pen the back window, and dome the driver.
That was during a Chernarus 2020 Zargabad fight. He killed a mortar guy. It was very intense. That was what, like 5 weeks ago? Something like a month and a half ago. That was a good round.
Yeah.
A lot of crazy bullshit happened. Otherwise, OPFOR with the 20% numbers advantage. Yeah, definitely. We don't have any boats, so it is curious to see some of these bunkers kind of placed towards the water, but maybe OPFOR will try to do some sort of rear attack with the helicopter. It is a HIP, excuse me, even though we call it a Super Hind.
Yeah, I was wondering what the hell you were on about with that, because
they always
ever remember
people always call it, they call it an SH, a Super Hind. At least they do that all the time in TSB, and I've never understood that.
So you're going off of colloquialisms in TSB. Oh, well,
yes.
I can't do anything for you then.
Well, they have a guy named Makarov that'll make sure that everything's correct. So I don't know.
Except for the... Okay, no, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop here before I get some shit thrown my way.
Yeah, I'm probably going to get some shit thrown my way too. But I'm just saying, like, usually, at least the Russian assets-wise, we're proper on it. But I'll get yelled at later. It's okay. But regardless, I mean, the HIP, it can take up to... If I remember correctly, it's like 18 people. So that's at least worth 2 squads of dudes. And then the rest could probably go on the BTRs or take their trucks. I could easily see a pincer maneuver strategy going along the artillery site, and then both flanks combining and just pushing to the coast and taking out Blue 4 entirely. But Blue 4, they do have defenses on here. We've got demo guys all around the artillery site area. I'm willing to bet that there might be some explosive traps put in play here on cover positions right next to this area. I'd love to see some explosive traps. There was an explosive trap done in OFCRA yesterday. They blew up a lead vehicle. And they traded 1 to 2 guys, but blew up one of their transport cars and slowed the entire attacking faction down for like 20 minutes. It was great.
Lord.
Also, it was Middle Eastern militia versus Santa Claus elves, but I mean, that's neither here nor there.
I saw
that one, yeah.
Yeah. I only caught the tail end of that, but man, that was amazing to see those mods in place.
Yeah.
Sleigh jingling as it flew by.
Mm-hmm. Got some highlights coming out of that later, but... I don't know. There's a lot of cover to work with here with these forests for OPFOR to push up, and honestly, any direction. OPFOR also has the high ground going through these AOs, so they can easily overwatch through everything.
And if you actually go down to ground level, there's a not super thick layer of fog, but it's noticeable to the point where it could potentially...
Yeah, right, Adriano.
It's along with this heavy foliage and these rolling...
We good for tonight, Audrey? That's in 4.5 hours. Yeah.
I think Red 4 really can, west of the artillery site, move through that terrain and get pretty close before having to engage. But we are seeing a few people line up. We have Dingo and Pads up north. I think those are both...
Right on, man. Next to the 23-month resub. Can't wait. Adriano's the guy hosting Overlord tonight.
An M16A4 with a long M203 on that. But yeah, so we're gonna have some counter rushes here for Blue 4, which is definitely going to be interesting. See if they're able to do some kind of, like you mentioned, find one of the unarmored transports and just rip them to shreds.
My one fear about the westernmost objective at the artillery site is all this open area around it, especially towards the south. We've got some really nasty patches of open ground or really exposed areas that if Blue 4 can just hold this defensive line, they could actually snipe out Op 4 as they advance before they get within the facility itself. So if Blue 4 is really good at holding their resolve here, I could easily see Blue 4 at least holding the artillery objective. If they lose the eastern objective, though, those rocks right next to the artillery site could prove problematic. Op 4 could get right behind those. There is a little bit of open area between those rock formations, but Op 4 could probably use that to still penetrate right in. And Blue 4 isn't really digging a lot of fortifications in that area, with the exception of a bunker, 2 different bunkers, but the Malden bunker doesn't really have good eyes on that position.
Yeah, they're very much reinforcing this spot more so than I would have assumed from the beginning. So they're going to be trying
Battery,
to...
thanks for the 23-month resub.
A lot of H barriers. I saw Map Nora digging some trenches and placing down this big bunker and some sandbags. I guess trying to guard against a vehicle-based rush where I guess they charge down the hill and just thunder run it like we've seen before a couple of times. So that'll help defend against that. But yeah, if they go in this northeastern approach, I could see that being, it's pretty open, and they only have some barbed wire. So I think they're trying to do more of a killing ground than a barricade in this direction. We'll see what happens. But yeah, lots of potential for both sides to really do a lot of damage to each other.
Yeah. I mean, looking around, it definitely appears that they have a lot more fortifications going for that ammo cache. We still have a few guys defending the eastern SVD, but there's a clear weakness on the southern flank. But I don't know, just a little bit of stuff here. We see Arcor writing down just to remind people they can't dig roadblocks. We do see a bit of I don't know, would you call that in the area a roadblock? I mean, this is an off-road position.
Yeah, this is very much an off-road position. Like, that is, I mean, the road itself is pretty clear. I mean, they are supposed to allow infantry. You can't like block it off for no one to get in.
Yeah.
Leave like space for infantry to move in, just for fairness purposes. Because I don't think they have. Did they?
The only thing I really see that's roadblocking is if you look to the northeast, that giant radar tower is literally in the middle of the fucking road, and Arcor was right next to it. I think. Oh, look at what Arcor is right next to. That's what he's concerned about, because that barbed wire right on the road, that would technically count, but I mean, it doesn't help that literally 10 meters past to the east is the frickin' radar site on the road, so... I get the point, but it feels a little mute when it's next to that, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, that's
the
point, because they don't go right over the fucking rocks or anything like that.
Well, I mean, why would you need to, like, you don't have to worry about that road, because just up the road is a literal map asset that's blocking the road itself, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and there's, I mean, like, I don't know, that's strange.
Okay. I think they're going to get Map Noor to undig it because he is an engineer, so...
Yeah.
That should be fine. Otherwise, we're hearing the helicopter spool up. We have Dingo and Pads.
In time, as just
he just snuck in. Yep.
Go.
So Dingo and Pads, they I believe are the 2 marksmen. No, actually, it's a marksman and someone else on 2 quad bikes ready to do recon. Legs is flying. He's got Mountain and someone else on the gunnery seats. And we have those 2 armed Humvees driving around to the southwest. I could very much see Blue 4 doing a wide push here, but for Blue 4, this wouldn't be too hard. All I have to do is coordinate with the aircraft, as switching his name to Lone Survivor Keck. Might be a little late for that. He's got to get on the server, like, now.
Yeah, he's got less than 10 seconds. I don't think he's going to make it.
Oof. But I could see the Huey basically scouting for the 2 cars.
Possibly.
Poor Black Blaz there, getting disconnected at the start time, but...
Oh, yeah, he got crashed out. Dingo drove 10 meters and broke his quad bike.
Are you kidding?
Nope, he ran right into a moss-covered rock.
What a great start.
It doesn't even look that bad. The engine is so...
Well, it's okay. He's got pads here to drive him anywhere, since Dingo clearly doesn't know how to drive. That's all right. We're learning.
Yeah.
So Huey is doing a wide berth to the south, probably going to follow up going on the northern side of the AO here. Again, helicopters can leave the zone as long as they don't land, but I could see those cars trying to do some sort of push around. I don't know why. I think they went off the wrong road because now they're now driving off-road to get to the other road. That's weird.
Yeah, and we have Scandy pushing up on foot, not taking any of the spare trucks.
I think Scandy's only going to set up a defensive position like right there so they can look at both MSRs that come in on that route, even though one of the MSRs is really just a path. The MSR is more to their left.
Yeah, and even then, the trees are so thick that they're going to need to be... They got to find like the perfect spot or they're not going to be too useful up here in the woods. So I guess they wouldn't really know that until they're here. Yeah.
So we do have the armed... sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I don't think Az got in time.
So we do have the armed Gaz coming down the MSR. Meanwhile, one of the Humvees has dismounted. It was an unarmed one. Actually, both of the ones that pushed out were unarmed. So I guess it's the 4IB guys are trying to set up a defensive perimeter right there.
And they've chosen a good spot because, yeah, this lone armed Gaz, it just has a Hassinger and a gunner in there. They're gonna come real close to this 4IB team.
If they follow that MSR, I'm not sure if the 4IB guys, they have any AT. They do have one guy with a law, all right, so they could get a shot on it if it slows down. But that's a really long shot to do. And I'll be honest, that position they have does not have a lot of good eyes on the MSR itself. There's a little bit of... I wouldn't call it a ridge or a hill, but a little bump up in the terrain that gives the Gaz a little bit of cover. But that Gaz is going to be visible here in a moment. And I believe 4IB guys just got eyes on that. If not, they at least see the smoke that's trailing behind it. So this will give Blue 4 a little bit of knowledge on where those forces are going. We also have Dingo and Pads getting eyes on... I don't think they actually have eyes on it. Aim at the Balls has dismounted off of a... he's another marksman, and he's, yeah, dismounted right in front of Dingo and Pads. If Dingo and Pads notice, they could easily pick him off and get a second marksman rifle. But the Gaz is now driving right up to the 4IB guys. Where's that AT? Gunner just went down. Vic literally went down the hill as the AT was fired. They just booped the Humvee, broke one of its wheels, and now it's going to drive away.
I'm back. Sorry, someone walked onto my property, so I had to go figure out what the hell that was about.
Nice. Humvee drove up to 4IB guys. Excuse me. Gaz drove up to 4IB guys. They knocked out the gunner. Gunner woke back up. Main convoy is now pushing down that MSR, and now you got Dingo and Pads firing at... Aim at the Balls because he dismounted his Gaz right in front of him, but the duo didn't notice, so already some interesting misplays here. Blue 4 now trying to remount to go chase down that Gaz, not noticing that... Yep, the rear
axle entirely.
Yeah, that's because the Gaz booped it in the back as it was panic driving, but they need to move out quick because Op4 is quickly moving its guys over to try to take out that small group.
Oh, yeah, and these 4AB guys, they've made a name for themselves so far, so if they get caught out, they're going to get picked apart here.
Surprised the other Vic isn't coming over to save him. I think they're focusing... No, they're not. They're actually trying to pull back, so...
Yeah, Haster and Mass, I think they were medicing up, but now that he's back up in the turrets, I'm not sure... Yeah, I'm not sure why they're pushing their advantage. Elsewhere, we have Aim at the Balls, yeah, like you mentioned, just kind of out here on his own, trying to get eyes on Pads and Dingo.
Yeah, so Dingo and Pads were firing at Aim. He pulled back. I think he's in coordination with Logan and Fred, though.
We're having a helicopter battle. Huey is dumping rounds on the MIA. We have someone down all the way over here. Nuzzy, he's got a long range. He was in the MIA. I think he got shot out, as well as
yeah, he fell out. Something.
As well as Stathenberger fell out too. It's just Pierce in the helicopter now. He does not have any gunners. I think the Huey shot all of his gunners out.
That is a big oof. Meanwhile, Dingo and Pads have stolen that unarmed Gaz, and they're driving away with it. They could run into Logan and Pierce on the quad bike.
And the 4AB guys look like they're going to get away. They got into the low ground near the lake, and so they just pushed back to friendly forces. And with Benda and Blade and the armed Humvees coming.
Army Vet, thanks for the 5-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I hope you're getting a kick out of this one. People in my chat are asking, you got the guy out of your property, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
It was just a solicitor, so it wasn't too much. But I saw that he was like all business, like Jehovah Witnesses type.
Yep.
And, like I walked outside with my balaclava and suit and tie and shorts, and he was like, like visibly confused and like, stick around. So hey, there you go.
All right, that MI8's taking a lot of fire. I've heard at least 3 impacts on it so far. Engine's down.
Yep, main engine is definitely down, and yeah, he's not going to survive this crash. He's going to go into the trees.
No, he might try to drift it to the right. Oh, he's losing too much, though. No, he's going to hit the trees.
And kaboom. So that
ouch.
Asset down for Red 4.
Meanwhile, Blue 4 are engaging some armed Humvees that pulled out to possibly try to follow that MIA, but Op4 just repelled them.
I think those guys were, yeah, they actually came out, they picked up the 4AB guys. You can see Benda's Humvee has them inside, so they came out to try and save them, and they're going to get away pretty much unscathed. Now the Huey's coming in to give cover for them as they pull back.
Yep.
The fire to itself now.
Gotta be careful. The gun, I think the pilot just got shot out.
Yep, and so they're going down too. That was way too slow of a pass, and that's all 3 down. Goodbye, Mountain.
All right, there goes the aircraft. I think it was G-Legs. Fly Mountain was just gunning. But
yeah, G-Legs actually got the credit for killing that MI8 somehow, so props to him.
Nice. And all the air assets have gone down. Some survivors from the Huey, though. Mountain living there. I have no idea how to pronounce the other guys. I'm just going to call him Mr., but the pilot is definitely dead.
Mr. Butt Cheeseburger? You don't know how to pronounce Butt Cheeseburger?
I was too afraid to pronounce it. I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
Back up from the Huey crash. Mountain and Butt Cheese.
Yep. That's what I was saying. They were coming out of the crash. That's why I didn't like how to pronounce his name.
I was just focusing on Butt Cheeseburger because it's fun.
Butt Cheeseburger. Fuck's sake. So otherwise, you have Platoon HQ. They've stolen the gas, and they're just driving off in the sunset to the south. And they just hit a tree. And now they're going to the west. Okay. Maybe it's a wide flank, but why wouldn't they take the MSRs? I don't know. All right, otherwise, Op4, it appears their strategy is an all eggs in one basket, a massive battle line from the west going into more than likely the artillery site. You see some people going up to the helicopter. Pierce is okay. They're going to try to medic him up there as he is working on himself. Yep, he's outside the helicopter engine right now.
Good for him.
But now it's going to be...
I always just fucking die.
Yeah, right? But now it's going to basically be up to Blue 4 to hold a western push. But we still could see Op4 divide into 2 halves here. One pincer going for one cache, one going to the other, which isn't always the best strategy.
It's less of a pincer, more of just a force split at that point.
Yeah.
It's pretty small. It's only, well, it's like 400 or 500 meters between the 2 objectives. But still, yeah, that distance and with the terrain, that'd be more of a force split in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'd still go for a pincer, but we'll see.
I do like the position of the Blue 4 Humvees, though, the 2 with the guns, because it means they can go to either AO to easily support, and they're a little far back where I doubt Op4 is going to be able to get forces right on top of them without Blue 4 spotting them either from Bravo 1 here, which is Scandi Recon, or the actual defense itself. Ash Elliott, thanks for the 5-month resub.
The 2
keep enjoying the ops. Hope you're staying safe on COVID. Hope you get a kick out of this.
As a bit of a quick reaction force.
Yeah.
I like that.
Let's give him a
The Red 4 battle
This is
blob.
Mike.
We see them. Pierce opening up at nothing. But you have Mass just kind of slowly crawling forward with that armed gas while he's got infantry on his left and right. Kind of not quite screening, but they're working together. And it's that kind of teamwork and coordination, even if it's a bit misplayed, having that coordination in the first place kind of.
As you say that, though, the 3 infantry go north as the Gaz decides to go south on its own, I guess as a scout vehicle. Which I guess makes sense because they do have the 2 BTR-80s that can do better fire support and they're more protected, but at the same time, that's a risk because the 3 M2s that Blue 4 has could be anywhere. I don't even know where they are personally, and as I say that, we hear one open up by Quickly.
And that's the...
There goes the Gaz.
Yeah, gunner's dead, driver's dead, and the vehicle is smoking. So well played by the 50, who was, yeah, Quickly, like you said. He's got 1. So someone else must have gotten the gunner. Either way, that's kind of the cat out of the bag for Red 4's push. All this fire, it's going to draw the attention. And the only question now is Blue 4 going to recognize that as the main force, or are they going to think it's a bit of a feint?
Interesting development, though. We got Scandi Recon going for a northern flank on this massive battle line. If it was anyone else, I'd be a little bit worried, but Scandi is the top-rated group within FNF, so they could do some pretty significant damage here.
Yeah, so just based on their positioning, they're giving Blue 4 a lot of intel. The fact that they're this far to the west, this far to the northwest without seeing anyone, shows that this is probably the main force that's coming in and attacking the artillery site. So if they can get that communicated, these Humvees should be able to maneuver, reposition to help defend, or even go for another additional flank along with Scandi here. Yeah, we have Yanni pushing up the crest of this hill now with that 203.
One thing, though, that Blue 4 has to be worrisome about is the fact that they have a lot of units out and about. You got the 2 pilots far to the west, you got Dingo and Pads all the way to the southwest. You got 3 Charlie 2 guys watching the south. And then you got this Scandi Recon force coming around. It's still only 6 dudes, whereas Op4, who already started with a 20% numbers advantage.
Hey, sorry, I gotta correct you. 5 dudes and a girl.
Shut the fuck up. I can't say the S word anymore because apparently it's banned against Twitch, but you know what I would say. So my one fear, back to my point, is that Op4, even though they're going to basically throw their heads against a wall, they could still overpower this AO. And as I say that, I see a 4IB guy down, and I thought I just saw another Blue 4 guy get picked off because those BTR-80s, if Quickly cannot be quick enough to take them out, can do a significant amount of damage.
Real quick, Yanni and Scandi Recon, they're getting some shots over their heads now, but they spotted Pierce on the other side of this kind of open ground. But they did not see Swola's group over here with Lucius, Glenn, Navy, all these guys over here to their west. I don't think they've seen them. They're focused looking south, but they've completely missed this other group entirely.
Op4 is still not turning around right now. Heard AT come up here. Yeah, Scandi thought they were taking shots, but it was just crossfire. Yeah. And we're also seeing Blue 4 sending reinforcements into this other AO as this eastern group starts to close in. We also have a marksman close in to aim at the balls. So we might see this group either break off and try to attack the weaker side of Blue 4 from the direct north and potentially get caught out by the armed Humvees here, or they might try to push past and take the SDV. But either way, I feel like Blue 4 is going to get overwhelmed here. Scandi really needs to consider closing the gap. They're trying to take out Short Boy right now, and they get him.
Yeah, Short Boy had his rangefinder out looking right at Nemesis, and
oh my god,
very good view of him shooting his brains out.
Yep, and still Op4 has not turned around at that gunfire, not a single soul. So Blue 4, Scandi still has the advantage here, but Op4 is moving quick.
Okay, Ianda just threw a nade onto Short Boy's body, so we might see some people turn around.
No.
Still not really, no.
Op4, they're too busy pushing in. We have Charlie 2 now joining the rear attack here. Attacking directly from the southwestern side could help alleviate some of the push, but right now, Scandi, or any force for that matter, we also got the pilots closing in. They really need to start harassing the rear of Op4 to at least slow down the push of the southern flank. If they can do that and the northern flank pushes up on its own, then that might buy Blue 4 some time to at least deal with half of the attack, so that once that's dealt with, they can deal with the other half when Scandi's done with them. But right now, you just have a really good Op4 battle line going in here, and I I don't think it's looking good for Blue 4 right now. They're just taking too many casualties. Op 4, I've seen some as well, but at the ratio Blue 4 needs right now, it's just not enough, and you can still see Op 4 completely overpower this attack.
Yeah, they're very well spread out. They're not too clustered on anything, and Blue 4 don't have anything that's very explosive or that can deal with large groups. They have those Humvees. The M2 is still up. No one's on it though. But yeah, Blue 4 has been pretty far spread out. And we even have guys on the other side of the lake to the west. So I think they've committed a bit too much to the flanks without really giving enough numbers to their main defenses.
So now that Scandi Recon folded around, there's no one on the eastern flank for the northern battle line to push. We just had AT go at one of the 2 armed Humvees because no one's able to get in there. I do like what I'm seeing. We're seeing Op 4 starting to get shot at from the rear. Bay Potato under fire. He goes prone, not noticing that he was getting hit from the rear. Heard more AT go off. That is a direct hit on the armed Gaz that was already disabled by the 50s. So a little bit of a wasted AT presence for Blue 4 there.
Trying to fix it because at least now it looks like it might cook off actually.
I don't think it will. You don't usually see armed cars anymore cook off, but if it was like an APC, then it would cook off.
Yeah, it's that same kind of smoke, but I think you're right.
So armed car for the armed Humvee just pushed up and got hit by AT, and now Op 4 is unloading 545 ammo in there. Gunner is still in there, turned in. But Op 4, if they see him, yeah, they're going to fire him at the back seats, trying to penetrate the windows.
Nano has turned around, Yano, yeah, he turned around and got wrecked because of it. Seeing a couple casualties for Scandi, but they've actually linked up with the 1RCC guys and Purim, who are coming around on the more of a southern flank. So they've linked up, and they're now kind of still back at full strength. And they're actually doing some pretty good work. I'm seeing a lot fewer Red 4 here on the western flank.
Nemesis on 2 kills. Op 4 real quick. They pushed a BTR up. AT just went in from Purim. That's going to cook off. But Op 4...
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Something might change here. We still have a lot of guys on that northeastern push right now.
Oh,
but the...
And Holton. Oh,
I saw that, yeah.
Waiting for the dismounts from that cook-off. And now they're going to get away and be pretty decently covered behind these marshmallows.
So Blue 4 linking up here. They still have a few more guys on that western flank to push in and crush the southern attack for Op 4 here. We still have that other BTR coming in. Ironically enough, the Humvee that pushed in on the northeastern flank has slowed down that entire Op 4 push. And now you're starting to see this Op 4 attack kind of come undone. Blue 4 picking off dudes from the rear because not everyone's noticed they're getting engaged. And we have some other guys coming up on the far southern attack. Purim, for example. He might be able to get some more kills here, but now it's looking a little more even.
Scandy's actually, Intel just woke back up, so they're up. They're still up at 5.
Well, we still have Dingo Pads and Butt Cheeseburger that's going to come in. We also have Iander in the back doing another bit of a wide flank here, but he's going to be out of position for a while.
But like, look at all the stars, or the little medical symbols, whatever you want to call them, for Red 4 that are in this forest, just kind of bleeding out.
Purim knocking out Schult. Beat getting taken out by Purim as well, as Star gives a little bit of infiltrating fire.
Yeah, Crisis doesn't.
Crisis has no idea, and he's a freaking. CC stands for Clone Commander, so he would be the highest rank out of the 3 of them. It was a CT Clone Trooper and a CP Clone Corporal, so of course the Commander doesn't even notice. Yeah, I know, 501st sends a few guys. But Schult is, he's ex-TXB. He went to Star Sim years ago. And I just saw an Op 4 guy get dropped as he tried to cross over. Blue 4 might be able to hold this out. The entirety of the southwestern attack has pretty much died down except for a handful of guys. However, some of them are pushed out to a flank. They could still do some damage here. For example, Gorski picking off a few guys next to Quickly and Eason. Don't know if he got a kill there, though. And we still have this large group of Op 4 that can still push in on a different flank, and Blue 4 has no eyes looking in that way because they've all repositioned to take care of the southwestern side. But for the moment, Blue 4, I think, is in the clear until Op 4 sends their next attack. We're on 34 minutes, so I doubt this will go down to time. But Blue 4 did a really good job unknowingly sending up that Humvee to play that sacrifice play on the northeastern side, slowed down the other half of the attack so that Scandy and other guys could come in on the other side and completely clean things up. Go ahead.
Yeah, just on the south side, we only have, you got some stragglers, and it's actually kind of an even fight, 4-on-4 pretty much on this southern flank. But if Scandy's now pushing in, coming in from the west, and the rest of this Redford group, they've actually pulled back northwest. I think they'd be trying to wrap around the north side of Kiskinkila and try and go in on that northern road, the road on the north side of town. And yeah, like you said, hit this objective while they still can, and then push over. Because I'm sure they noticed how stiff the resistance was on this southwestern objective on the artillery site. They're going to assume that if anything is over here at the dock still, it's going to be light as hell. And they'd be right.
So Op4 still has one of those BTR-80s. I just watched it annihilate quickly. He thankfully woke back up, though, and he's crawling back. But Op4 really needs to consider regrouping and trying an attack from a different angle, but they need to be quick. I'm seeing some groups going northwest, some going northeast. I guess Charlie, they're going to go for the SDV as some Foxtrot elements push back, but they're pushing back right into some Blue 4 guys that are lying in wait, but Blue 4 doesn't know they're there. I stand corrected. Dingo just sighted them out, so he's lining up with Cheeseburger here. Pads being a marksman also firing. And they're now trying to pick off Op4 guys as they push across. So Logan getting knocked out by the marksman. Another shot going in his face, and he's down.
Back on the south side of the artillery site, yeah, those 4 stragglers are really being resilient. Gores, Crisis, Fallout, and Sirius still putting up a fight. I think they've actually taken down a couple of Blue 4 guys as they try and pull back or do something. As I say, that Crisis does go down from, I think it was the Shima or Blade. And yeah, they're going to be able to hold this pretty well. Quickly in that Malden bunker, he was getting suppressed by the BTR, and the BTR is still up over there on the north side. But if someone can turn that 50 over to it or get a stick out, should be able to take it up pretty easily.
Nemesis firing at Andreas and Dusty. As we have, I thought Dingo and Cheeseburger were going to come around and close the gap here, but I think they're tunnel visioned on 3 more of the Foxtrot guys further back. And we also have Foxtrot 1 nearby where the BTR crew are, but they're just laying low at this time. And then we still have some stragglers up to the southwest contending with some Blue 4 guys. So I think the attack has definitely died down, and Op4 now needs to turn around if they have any chance to win. Something I do want to bring up, though, is someone in my chat saying that there is a pretty distinct difference between 5.45 and 5.56, and I completely agree with that statement. However, you weren't seeing Op4 guys turning around because, first and foremost, Blue 4 wasn't really opening up yet, and when they finally decided to open up, that's when a lot of Op4 guys were already firing as well. So there is such a thing as... No, like, what would be the term if you hear a noise close to you and it drowns out the noise that's farther away from you?
Noise pollution.
Noise pollution, that's the term. So noise pollution can be a really real thing in these PvP matches, and that's why you might not be able to hear the gunshots behind you because you don't hear them distinctly. Yeah, go ahead.
I will say 2 points. First of all, I think 5.45 does have superior ballistics to 5.56.
Okay.
But it takes a certain level of autism to really hear that the difference in the report of the gunfire in the heat of battle. It's some very high level autism that is required.
I disagree with that statement. I know the difference between 5.45 and 5.56 because that's just something as a Zeus I figured it out. Shut up. AT going on that BTR 80, by the way, it is cooking. There goes another Op4 advantage lost.
Actually,
but
no, I don't think it's cooking. I think it just hit the engine and it's gonna...
Okay, no, you're right. The engine is just smoke. I don't see the black smoke coming from in front of the gun that would blow it up, but it's disabled. You also have Nemesis pushing up, and he is annihilating some of these dudes. Ash just got shot to shit. He's still alive, though. But my point is that noise pollution in Arma is a very real thing, and you will see it happen a lot in Friday Night Fights, which drowns out the sound of gunshots that are further away compared to all your buddies around you firing at a different objective. It does take practice, and when I say that, I just mean, you know, play a bunch of ops with the same types of guns. You'll eventually train your mind subconsciously of what 5.56, 5.45, 7.62, and all that jazz sounds like from various different guns. And me, in this game for 4 years, I've learned a lot of that per se, but noise pollution can still completely fuck with you. So it's just something to consider when these games are done. Nemesis blowing away Navy from the rear. There's a joke about the Navy in that one.
Navy.
So, I mean, he's got the 249. Nemesis, one of, if not the top player in FNF.
Yeah, despite being an old man.
And the old man goes down to 2 guys blowing things away. Yanni, though, covering his right, getting some shots in. Colin doesn't... Thankfully, Colin is saved by 4 IB guys picking off Collins here. Did I just say Colin was saved?
Yes, yeah. You
Yes,
did.
Yanni was saved by Colin getting... Here, we can say Colin was saved by the 4 IB guys, so he was not shot by Yanni himself. Navy somehow waking back up after taking a shit ton of machine gun to the ass. So he's going to immediately try to bandage. Yanni checking that BTR. We have 6 Op4 guys climbing around by the SDV. They'll be able to clean that up, but by now, I think Blue 4 is taking the number advantage away.
Shit about gun audio.
Who?
Iander.
Oh. When did Iander get picked off?
A while ago, I think.
I saw him moving back to the southwest on his own. He wasn't nearby anybody, though. Interesting.
Let me see if I can find his body if he's still on the server. Nope. Looks like he left the server. Unfortunate.
That's fine.
But I saw he got like 3 or 4 kills.
Yeah, but Blue 4... Maybe by the Foxtrot guys on the rear. Blue 4 is only down to 1 guy on the rear pads, but he is the marksman. He is hurt, but he's crawling around probably to get a different angle. Unless Op4 is actually sending 2 guys back there to go check things out. I can assure you comms are pretty much dead on Op4 here. We still have Fred over in the back. He is a marksman, I believe. So we might see him get a pick-off kill or 2, but... I don't think. Yep.
I'm with you as far as I don't think Red 4 is going to win this. A, because they're so spread out, and B, once this fire team over here on the east,
on 4 kills.
Once they destroy this SDV, and that's going to pop for both sides, Blue 4 is going to go, oh, okay, and then just completely entrench themselves in this little, like, fortification.
Yeah, I really don't get why Charlie pushed to this objective when they should have just helped with the attack, because if they pushed at their angle, they would have actually been able to get their foot in the door here, because Blue 4 was all on the southwestern side, dealing with the southwest attack.
Fallout was crawling up to this earthen ramp.
Yeah, I saw that.
Stark and Eason is going to...
Stark is going to knock him out with a handgun.
Yeah. Not a bad play from Fallout, but it just didn't work out. That's very unfortunate. And yeah, the rest of Red 4...
The mag dump with the handgun.
We have Pads up here, who I think was the... Yeah, he's the marksman. He's got a kill on his stock there. But with how spread out these guys are, they need to regroup if they want any chance to do anything. Now, the way I could see Red 4 kind of pull this off... actually, never mind. They don't have any explosive guys near the port, so never mind. They're just going to hit it with an RPG-42.
They do have they do have the AT guys still here.
Yeah, but I was thinking, like, they could put down a charge, set it on, like, an 8-minute timer or something, and then, like, go and try and push the other objective, and then it pops at a later time, but that's not going to be the case, I don't think. And it's actually going to be a difficult shot, because remember, it's a submersible, and it's, like, half submerged already, so they got to get the right angle.
They do have enhanced movement back. I could see them climbing on one of the roofs, though, and that's exactly what Al was going to try to do.
Yep, good call. He's going to go up there. But even then, there's a little fence in the way between the roof of that building and the SDV.
If only we had Iander, but he died. And he's on the Blue 4 side. Otherwise, I mean, Op4 is just in a bunch of scattered groups right now. That's exactly how Blue 4 wants them. They can just pick them apart at various different times when the groups come in, and that'll be GG. Having some GLs now trying to be ranged on this SDV by Sideways. I think they just blew up the boat, the rubber dinghy next to it, since it's missing its internal hull now. You see some damage on the SDV. Plop.
I guess they're trying to... Oh, wow. Yeah, that definitely plopped. Yeah, try to get hit with some shrapnel. Can you mag dump an SDV?
Yeah. It's gonna take a lot of ammo, but you can mag dump it like a cache, but the more time Op4 spends doing this, the more time Blue 4 is gonna catch on. There it goes.
As you say that didn't take much at all.
Yep.
Lie to me.
Because they already damaged it with GLs, and it's impossible to tell how much damage the GLs did, remember? I remember.
I want to say something witty, but I can't.
Okay. Why? Because it uses a banned word now?
No, because I just can't think of a good joke.
Ah.
That doesn't
That's
happen
okay.
often, but I'll admit it when it happens.
No, it doesn't happen at all. You said good joke. He just left the channel! Alright, anyway, Op4 is, we just heard an explosive trap go off up there. Not really anything useful. They noticed that the position was hit, but if Blue 4 isn't nearby to see the explosive traps go off, then they're just kind of useless. Otherwise, Op4, we could see a bit of regrouping over here. Maybe some wide flank attacking from the southern side, but I doubt it. Just, we're going to see Charlie get up in these houses over here. But Arcor and Yanni are ready. Yanni on 7 kills, Arcor on 1, so Yanni definitely pulling some work here. But if he's in the zone, he's got an RPG 26 as well in his rear pouch right there. It's just clipping into his armor, that's why. He's waiting to possibly see some Op4 guys. I think he just spotted Sideways. No, he did not. Let's have a look at his first-person view. I think he saw Sideways running over, so now he's trying to get back in position here. Dingo is with him. Now you're hearing some gunshots fire off as Yanni looks for the perfect fire line here. Owl's right there. He doesn't notice, though. And Yanni goes down by a headshot. That's why you don't want to dick around on the rocks too much, because you're just going to get exposed. Arcor coming in, knocking Owl out, getting some revenge, but Guy Fieri takes him out. I don't think Barb's going to come back down. I think he makes jabs at me all the time. I'm allowed to make jabs at him. Otherwise, Navy, I think he has fully bandaged himself up. He is covering. He was with someone else over here, but he is now down. And I believe he just picked off Purim here.
I'm back.
Now he's trying to get some more shots down here as well. How you doing, Barb?
I was doing good. This is great casting on how Yanni and Arcor got fucking murked by 6 Red 4.
Yeah, I was looking at Yanni's first-person POV, and he just didn't see Owl coming right up there, and he quickly tried to get off the rock, but by then it was too late.
Yeah, just couldn't get the reaction shot. And was that another explosive?
No, it was the Carl Gustav guy picking off the BTR-80 because Navy was able to pick off Purim from that direction, but it looks like Purim is back awake. And now he got quickly pushing up there. I think he's going to try to get a kill off of Navy as he is tunnel focused on the, or excuse me, tunnel vision on the objective itself. Guy Fieri took him to Flavor Town. You know, we need to make a new joke, Barbarian. You ready? Every time Guy Fieri takes someone out, we got to say that he sends him to Flavor Town, okay? I don't think you approve. Anyway, Navy taking some shots from the ground defense group. That ruined Quickly's plan to push up on him, but then again, it Quickly pushed up right in front. Navy would have picked him up. Go ahead.
Yeah, Quickly, I think, got knocked out by a secondary explosion from that BTR corpse. I think he like pushed up and then it exploded as he was on top of that Russian guy's body, and then just knocked him out for a moment. But he's back up, like you said.
Grenades being thrown over. It actually lands right behind Navy. I don't see any blood from that explosion, but Navy has to know someone's close to him by now. Quickly running back. We see some really good nades in FNF all the time. And Charlie, meanwhile, repositioning around to attack from the southern side. But we also have Foxtrot also repositioning to the south. So we might see a uniform push.
And this, you could argue that this would be the weakest defended side for the Blue 4 fortification here, but look at the terrain.
Yeah.
First, about 150 meters, and it's all downhill. You gotta sprint across a pretty I mean, pretty fair gradient, but it still exposes you. You get to the blue tarp, and then you have an open field to run up to a trench line like it's fucking World War I.
15 minutes remaining. But that was something I pointed out before the round officially started, that, you know, this is a danger zone for Op4, and now it's going to end in this danger zone. So we'll see if I was right, or maybe Op4 is able to overpower Blue 4's line here.
Now, that group of Point Man, King, Sideways, they're actually pushing a bit more from the southeast than the direct south, but Purim is looking at that exact
Hold up.
direction.
Yeah, Purim has eyes on Keen and Sideways. He is guns up, looking down his sight right at where Kings and Sideways are. He's going to have eyes on Sideways.
Yeah.
And now he starts taking the shot.
Good call. He's actually hitting the barricade a little bit.
Picks off Sideways. You're seeing Op4, though, Foxtrot trying to deliver some enfilading fire as Blue 4 firing at Navy's previous position, possibly at Fred because he might have taken a few shots. But if Blue 4 stretches themselves out right here, they're being engaged from 3 separate ways. If the Op4 units here are able to pick off Blue 4 where they're trying to take cover on a previous defense line, they could still sweep this out from under them. Novik's going down, Sideways waking up, and now you're seeing TSB's forces kind of forming up on the northeastern side of the southern attack wave. They could potentially go for another flanking action.
Yeah, with how spread out they are, because they're pretty much just lone shooters that are fairly well isolated, except for the guys on the west and the southeast. Like, I don't know how effective they're gonna be, but it's a possibility at the least.
I could see it working well, but the one issue right now is Moxie is going to get behind the southern attack wave, and if he is as effective as TSB here, as I say that, he picks off a dude, and he's going for Sideways, picks him off as well. And he's going for the headshot knockout here. I mean, that's 2 guys down on that 3-man push, and Op4 has not turned anyone around to, you know, in response to that fire.
It's sounded like a broken record at this point, but yeah, any kind of rear security or flank security from Redford on these pushes or maneuvers has been non-existent at best.
And that's kind of what's caused them the game at this rate, man.
Absolutely. Between Scandi, I mean, I think Scandi, between all of them, got like 8 or 10 people. Who knows how much, you know.
I know Nem was on 4, Yanni was on 7.
Jesus, yeah.
And we have, hold up, Pad just picked off Fred. Fred being the Op4 marksman, Pad's getting a double tap headshot with his own marksman rifle. I don't see Op4 getting this.
Yeah, I mean, they have enough time if they had more people, but I think they're just going to wither away to these defenses. Now, someone did hit a barrel or something.
Yeah, it's on fire.
I'm actually kind of surprised that we haven't seen more RPGs go out onto these Scorchers.
Yeah.
Scorchers, but that's
Paladins.
Paladins, really?
Yeah, Paladin artillery tanks.
That's awfully secular, I think.
I mean, if Op4 were to close with the Foxtrot group, which actually that Foxtrot group is starting to open up, they divided into 2 groups. It was Foxtrot 2 that was holding fire. Foxtrot Actual is actually firing already. But now they're a little late to the party, but now that they're opening up, Blue 4 doesn't really have to worry about anything to the southeast because TSB is starting to pinch that gap. Fred died. I mean, I don't see how Op4 is going to be able to push in here.
The kid and Eason kind of watching the south side. Purim's pulled back, and he's just kind of doing a cheeky position, watching them, watching the entrance. If they were to push into these trenches or behind them, he'd get the flank shot. Navy's trying to pick off some people from the north. Oh, he's got pads to worry about as well, although he doesn't know that he's there. Yeah, I mean, I don't see it. There's too many layers, too many people for Blue 4 to really allow for a Red 4 push, unless they were to really just bungle this defense, which I don't see that happening given their track record so far in this op.
We've got King trying to put some GP25 in here, but it's a little short.
Yeah, I saw one go.
Purim on 4 kills.
The entire compound, that last one went short. Purim actually picks his head up.
Yep, but his bullets got caught in the barricade, and then he literally avoided getting hit by Kane. And there he goes, finding an angle to hit Kane on. And Kane is not waking up from that. Novix, meanwhile, picking off Mox as he is picked off himself. It's just Op4 is going to probably one-to-one trade for the rest of this. And I mean, we got Guy working on a dude as a rifleman, but there's nothing he can do for sideways. And Blue 4, it's just because Op4 is slowly advancing from one flank to another, Blue 4 is able to rally and pick guys off. You got Navy getting shot at by Stark. Look at Stark's position, though. He's literally in the camo now. That's, like, impossible to see from.
Yeah, not entirely his fault, though. It is kind of, like...
It's a map asset, defender's advantage, you know?
Yeah. I mean, poking his head up, it does kind of reveal it, but still. That's unfortunate more than anything.
We could see the Foxtrot 2 guys make a 3-man push here. Foxtrot Actual is completely dead. I think Pads came around and might have picked off one of them, or the defensive team did that on their own, but Foxtrot 2 here could potentially get up here and get a few kills, but they're going to run right in front of this bunker potentially, and that's going to be a bloodbath.
Yeah.
We're 5 guys up remaining for Op4 here. Blue 4 still has at least a dozen. Pads double tapping some bodies. I'm going to do a quick head count for Blue 4. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, so 12 versus 5, give or take. Nope, 6. Sideways was actually able to be brought back up by Guy. That's interesting.
Fed him a burger from a diner.
Ooh, Spark coming up with the Carl Gustav, putting a round directly in one of the Op4 guys, part of Foxtrot 2. And their cover's blown. We got a lot of grenades going out. Spark just jumped over. Wow. Swola might get him, though, and there's a one-to-one trade. Swola's still up, but that's exactly what Blue 4 needs to be doing right now to win.
Mm-hmm.
Guy trying to climb up to Novix here and get him bandaged up. Might be able to save him as well. I think Eason heard Swola's footsteps as he got close. Now a grenade being thrown, and Swola's going to run right into that grenade. And now he's going to get slowed down as he moves to the second grenade. And Eason doing his best to spray at Swola as Swola just gets down.
Yeah, Swola was good. Pretty quick reactions on getting that trade. But yeah, with the numbers...
Smoke grenade thrown out.
Easton and Cardi look like they're going to either poke their heads over or go around here together and play that again. Go for that one-on-one trade as Easton pre-fires the angle. Getting some real gamer moments here.
Swallow's crippled. He's still bleeding. He doesn't have a lot of time here. Mapnora being the only TSB guy left alive over there. He lost his battle buddy. More grenades being thrown over as Swola's hugging the wall. Him being forced to walk isn't a big issue, though. That's going to make it harder for Blue 4 to actually find where exactly he is, but Eason goes over the wall and picks him off.
Nice caster's curse.
Sideways, meanwhile, still overwatching. He is on a kill now, so I'm willing to bet he picked off Mapnora's battle buddy. He spots Map and takes him out. Nice.
Moxie over there, wasn't it?
No, that was Mapnora. Moxie died earlier in a 1-to-2 firefight against Novix, and then Novix got taken out by Map and someone else. So if Fieri here is able to get up Novix, it'll become a 3v1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 3-to-1 ratio there, still possible. We've seen crazier.
It used to be a 2-to-1 ratio, so the ratio is going down. So I mean, they've been doing. If you think about it, they went from 6-to-12 to 3-to-9. So it's been one-on-one trades, which, like you said, is what Blue 4 wants. Secure the kill, even if it means sacrificing. Because at this point, it's all about the dub. You know, if you die, you die. But like, if they can continue working these numbers, it's not going to be long before they are able to get these people or get the entire Red 4 team.
The issue we have, though, is 5 minutes remaining. Technically 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining, but we're on 5 minutes left, so Op4 has to make their play soon.
That is true, yeah.
I mean, just looking at the positions here, Quickly is in a really nice spot overwatching. He could get picked off, though, because he is exposed to the southeast on the high ground there, but we got Pads on the other side with a marksman rifle. If he stays on the outskirts and just finds a high spot to be on, he can also get some pickoffs. And then, I mean, realistically, if Op4 knew exactly where the cache was, I think they'd be able to get in there, blow it up, and leave, but they don't. And let's be honest, in like, when's the last time an objective was in a cargo crate? I can't think of the last time that was a thing. So Op4, honestly, the attacking faction itself wouldn't think to look in there without at least clearing the area first. So I don't see it. Fury able to get Novix up, by the way. But Novix is crippled. All right, let's watch him send everyone to Flavor Town. Barb, you ready? Barb?
Hi, my name's Guy Fieri, and welcome to Diners, Driving, and Dives. If he had a Gaz to like ram the gate, then it'd be perfect, because that'd be a drive-in. He's actually pulling up.
Port to Noah mission, yeah, you're right.
Trucks.
Quickly might spot him, though. Purdy spotted him. He's firing right over his head. Actually, no, that was at Novix. Novix going down again. 2v9, quickly pushing around on the right.
Novix gets picked up just to get taken down first.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Fieri goes down to Cardi from the battle tower.
Guy's fucking skull.
It's technically a cargo post.
Way back up.
The tower is much taller. Yeah, but Cardi double taps.
Oh. One last trip to Flavor Town.
Novix waking back up, but he's crippled. Quickly gets a pickoff kill on a Blue 4 dude. See if we can do it again with Eason before Eason picks him up, but Eason's now firing, and Eason gets the kill. It is now 1 versus 3, 6, 7, 8. Sideways. Can he do it? All right, Sideways on 2 infantry kills and a vehicle kill. He has this trench line to work with. He could get behind it for cover. The one issue is Quickly is to the far northeast, and he could see him. Now you got Sideways firing up on that battle tower. He's going to go right. I don't want him to go too far right, though, because he's going to expose himself. Ooh. Quickly gets down. Quickly now opening up from the right. Nope. Sideways. Oh, gosh. He's fighting Quickly as he maneuvers left and right to avoid bullets. Sideways gets knocked out. Quickly going for some double taps, and that's going to be GG.
Failure. You lose. Game over. Reload the last save.
There is no last save in Friday Night Fights. It is merely the next round. All right, looking around. I don't see any more Op4 markers. They just have to double tap Sideways, and it is GG. 2-minute warning, by the way, and that will be it. So again, reminder, guys, we have a commercial to play in between rounds 1 and 2. Barb, I invite you to come onto the stream just to watch this dumb commercial I made, inspired by Task Force 121.
That might be against TOS.
What is wrong with you?
So many things. I'm surprised you're still, like, wanting to...
Cardi now getting shot at by Quickly. Quickly affirming that he wants the final kill. Cardi going down.
Wow, yeah, no kidding.
Get him, Quickly.
Yo, holy shit, he dead. And Easton threw a grenade as Pads shot at Cardi's feet.
And Sideways wakes back up.
Well, can't say he didn't try.
Quickly playing dead. Excuse me, Sideways playing dead now. Trying to do a quick reload. But Quickly noticed movement.
Yeah, he saw the movement.
Oh, and he gets knocked out again. Cardi waking back up. No, he gets knocked out again.
Apparently Guy Fieri has a show called Grocery Games, and that triggers...
Yes. Yes, he does. It's actually a good show. Anyway, Quickly realizing Cardi was not the enemy, so he picks him up, and Op4 is eliminated. There is GG. Round 1 going to Blue 4, a.k.a. the Defender faction. We still have 2 more rounds tonight, guys. And as they set up the next round, we're going to play a 58-second commercial as a joke, and hope you enjoy it. So we'll go ahead and get this thing ready to go on the transfer. I'm just waiting to see the index screen real quick as they desperately work on Cardi.
bunch of flares in celebration. Yeah, this is taking a while.
This is the part where they're supposed to end the server.
Ball of light.
Yeah. All right, screw it. I'm gonna prep for the thingy. There it is.
Oh, there we go.
All right, how are we gonna do this? We're gonna cut the music. I'm gonna put my mic up. Gonna mute myself. Let the server actually, no, while that's going, we can play this. So give me 1 second.
This Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, TSB fights a new enemy.
Man, this AD
an
is
enemy
pretty
that
bunnies
knows
and
no
GL.
fear.
Not a fan. I rate 0-10. I come here for Arma, not random ads, aka a big oof.
Fuck's sake, Mal.
Knows no bounds, and partook in a guerrilla war that saw the defeat of a mighty military in 1932. In the Western Outback, Australia fought their own Vietnam against a native enemy so ferocious that it cost no lives to the Australians. Or so you thought.
Oh gosh, yeah, alright, so not that many wounds, but he definitely bled out. So yeah, these things can do ace damage, because he has all of his bones broken.
Liru presents TSB in the Emu War. This Monday at 6 p.m. EST. This Monday.
I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. I know some of you are confused and wondering what the hell just happened, but you know what? That was worth it. All right. I know that's probably shaking his head at me right now, wondering what the hell is wrong with me. But let's go ahead and listen to the autism downstairs. Oh, there actually isn't any.
UPSC still here?
Yes, we have 14.
Now they're setting up for the next round.
Is this community?
11.
1 RCC?
9.
Scandi Recon?
6 plus Nemesis.
Tau?
10.
All right, we're going to switch it up to round 2 here. I'm going to change up the commands. Chernaris Winter is the map.
TSP?
6.
1 RW?
We're down to 2.
AA?
4.
First air assault?
But what did you guys think of that cringy little advertisement? I personally loved it.
The answer, Dingo, it's just me.
But we're going to start seeing those in between rounds in FNF, because I just want to have some fun with everything, okay?
I'm still here.
ML has
That's all I want. Loading up the multi now to take edits to see who stopped streaming. We had 12 people on the multi.
2.
Are there any groups that I've not called out?
Yes, Barbarian.
Oh my god, Malin is a fucking hero. That was amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So cursed. It was so cursed. I loved it. Especially the fucking image at the end, but holy shit, that was fucking fun.
I had Ems make that real quick for me.
Better pay him a lot.
Alright, so everyone's still streaming on the multi. I'm going to start rewriting my mission command, and we'll see these guys join up in here. Yes, I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, you did. Fuck.
Genius. Alright, now let's switch up the mission command. This is round 2 of EU. What's going on here? We have a rush attack. Blue 4 attacking Op 4.
Still laughing at Malin's fucking sandbagging with that sub notification.
Blue 4 is attacking Op 4 positions.
Didn't know about this stream though. Oh, I'm gonna drink my wine glass now.
I'm writing out everything for this. We have a Huey with 3... Oh, no, that's a weird way to write it. Okay. Huey, 3 M2 Humvees. I wrote MS instead of M2 because I'm a dum-dum. M240 Humvee. And what else do we have? And 2 M2 trucks. While Op4 has 3 2 Humvees and 2 times AA statics. Now, are those M2 AAs, which is just a stand-up turret, or are they actually like static launchers? That would be interesting enough. But anyway, that command is saved. You guys can read it, even though... There we go. I'm saving it multiple times in case something glitches out there. And then I write these out on a notepad. Just copy and paste them over, so when I upload the video, it's all set. But anyway, Malin, so scroll back up here as he cursed me there. Thanks for a 28-month resub. Pretty shit, not gonna lie, not a fan. I rate 0 out of 10. I come here for Arma, not ads, aka Big Oof. Wow, thank you so much for bombing that. I hope you keep enjoying the ops nonetheless. I hope you enjoy Emu War this Monday, and I hope you get a kick out of this. And yeah, if you were there for the Emu War test stream a few days ago, no spoilers, but yeah, the emus are actually very, very deadly, and they will literally break your neck. It's interesting. Let's go back in here and check. Got about 111 players, so everything's pretty even there. 50 versus 42. They'll have a few more guys join because that only gets them up to 92 there. So we'll see how things go. Rucky, if you're talking about Friday Night Fights, got to get on their Discord. I'm going to ask Dingo if I can start advertising for them after Christmas because he had me cut back on advertising for them because they were getting too many players. But we'll have that, and if you mean TSB, then it's !Discord, and then we'll play Emu War on Monday. We've got a lot of crazy ops there. Storm, it's a standard Emu War, except you don't have an Emu mod in Arma, so I went with something else that works just as well. I mean, both are technically birds, so... Shrug. But it's going to be the IFA mod set plus T1 add-ons for the one mod. And I know Frost wants me to put a few Christmas things in T1 add-ons, and I'm going to do something Christmassy with T1 add-ons as well. But yeah, so we got that played. That's all good and done with. I had fun. I'm going to make more of those just to plug stupid little things. But again, shout out to Task Force 121 for showing me the magic of making little commercials like that. Let me think. SCP Overlord is going to be run tonight at 8. Adriado jumped in here in the Twitch chat to let me know that we're ready to go. It was tested up to 8 people, and it was working fine. So we'll hope that stays. And hopefully there won't be any technical difficulties with that. And then we'll go back to NA and stream rounds 2 and 3. So we'll see how things go. Thanks, what's that? I appreciate it. Gosh, such a bully. Gotta be careful, what's that, with how Twitch is banning all of these simple phrases. They might ban bullying soon, so I'll have to ban you. No hard feelings, though. So, it will be Blue 4 is UK, and Op 4 is PLA, which is Chinese faction. And we'll see how things go. Robot Liru occasionally? What does that mean? Sev, I know once in a blue moon the new mic acts up, but I haven't heard it go any robot-y. I know Barbarian's mic goes robotic once in a while. But who knows? Alright. I'm gonna jump down.
Bravo moved down.
Barb's staying in the other channel. They're still sorting their squads here.
Bravo moved down to 2 platoon. Delta.
Or Bravo, everyone just go in Bravo and just make your Echo instead of Bravo.
Sorry, Echo. Yeah,
See-
Echo. Echo instead of Bravo. Yeah, that'll work.
I got you, Pierce.
Thank you.
Someone needs to translate what the Brit says.
Okay, Pierce, you're happy?
Give them a few seconds.
Platoon leaders for
then.
both.
Yeah, then I need. We've got a 2 platoon leader, but we need someone to lead 1 platoon.
Let's give him a warm welcome.
Nominate my dude.
Any volunteers? Stathenberg, I need you to lead 1 platoon.
Cool, you all sorted?
Twig, I need you to lead 1 platoon.
It's my map, and I would prefer not to.
Yeah, you can't lead, it's a map.
1 platoon.
Clown
Are you
can
alright
lead
if I
from
drop back
Alpha.
down to it? I've already led before.
Oh, if you've already led before and nobody wants it, you can take it again. It's fine.
Yeah. Hasn't got jewelry.
Right. Yeah, there we go. We're good.
Bravo is all over.
Okay, awesome start. So that you guys.
Alright, can I get a first platoon leader, please? And can we fill in 2 platoon as much as possible? If not, can we start filling in Charlie teams as well? Anyone take first platoon leader?
I'll help up.
Right, thank you, Larson. Can someone from the 4th or anyone take Alpha Squad leader then? Anyone that's up to it? Can I get a Bravo 1 team leader as well if possible? Dryden, Navy, we need a platoon leader. Can I get a 2nd platoon leader please? Anyone? Someone? Dryden.
Navy, just take it. You're already platoon sergeant.
Must get to that.
Well, that'll be interesting.
Alright. Yeah, well, that's good. Yeah, that's pretty much it, yeah.
Awesome, let's just have a look through, make sure everything's looking right.
Admin, could you move
Yeah.
in blue 4 to Echo? He's AFK, but he should be in Echo.
If he's AFK, that's his fault.
Yeah, he's fine. He's got 15 minutes to jump across. He'll be fine. Right, let's push.
Now we relax. Alright, cool. It's always good to take a break between rounds, you know? Get up, take care of business, get a snack, get some more water.
As we're loading in, CLs,
Get ready to
be
go.
aware, we are having a CL meeting after the end.
CL
of
means
this
community
event.
leader, because
So if you
FNF
could
is
please
composed
hang
of like
around
at
and
least
we'll
2
go in
dozen
there,
communities that
start
play.
Thinking about your discussion points you wish to raise, and for those of you who are in groups, now is the time to just quietly send a message through Discord or however your preferred choice of means are to your CLs and let them know any thoughts and stuff of things you want your CLs to bring up in the discussions with the staff later on. Sorry for CLs whose M's are now going to get blown up, but unlucky.
All right.
Block Punk 2077.
So it's a terminal rush attack. So they can only hit terminal 1 first, then 2, then 3. And blue 4 has a big amount of area they can spawn in.
You mean Pinu?
That is all I needed.
Hello.
Hey, so it's a terminal rush attack.
Yes.
Taken in order. And blue 4 has a lot of room to spawn.
And actually, Terminal 1 and Terminal 2 are
right next to each other. So we do have some bunker markers and an HQ marker there, so I'll be curious to see what's built right there.
Yeah, that's incredibly, I'm gonna say unique until I see the actual layout of the fortifications there.
Maybe it's one of those things where Terminal 1 is like on the ground level and then Terminal 2 is like in a tall bunker or something. Who knows?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because that's going to put the pressure on Red 4 to really defend that because they can... Or is it? I don't know. This is so strange because with it being, sequential terminal rush, they have to completely take the first terminal before they can even start on the second. So if Red 4 could just say, do it normally and say if they lose this objective, they lose both of them because they still have the third one to the south, the Castle Rogue. But they could also really garrison this, and even if they lose the first one, they can put up a solid defense for the second. Like you said, it's going to just depend on what they actually build here.
What's also interesting, though, is it's on the side of a hill. I mean, it kind of plateaus out a little bit before it gets super steep again, so things going to be built on an angle. That should be weird.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
A little slanted, but shouldn't be that bad.
You see what Cheese just wrote in the bottom left?
I'm not China person. I don't know why anyone would want to be Chinese, but okay.
Well, you can't say that you're streaming too, you... Oh my god. Barb! You can't say that!
That's fine, dude. I mean, if you are Chinese, that's fine. I have no
Stop it! Stop it!
Nothing wrong with being
Next point! Next point!
Alright, we pushed in. Let's
They're
see.
literally next to each other.
Yeah, it's... Why? What's the fucking point? They're just intense 10 meters away from each other. That's interesting.
There is a Christmas tree here, though.
Ooh, nice. Similar to the one that hell bunker from last week.
I also love how there's an American flag at a Chinese base.
I've already said too much, so I'm not gonna say anything more.
All right, so I mean, I guess we're gonna just see explosive trap plays by the PLA here. They've got a battle tower that can be taken out. We've got a little vehicle sandbag thing for the MSR. We got the 3 armed M2s. We have a snowman. And where are those 2 quote-unquote AA statics?
So, real quick, before you get to those AA statics, you want to know something cursed?
What?
The Chinese PLA are using 5.56 and 2.49s and a 4.17, and yeah, it's all...
So this is going to be probably a 5.56 mirror match.
And laws as well. Did Norinco or Chicom just really start making fucking copycats of...
I mean, in history-wise, they have always made copycat weapons of other governments, so...
But it's always been more like... no, I guess...
No, like the Type 57, I believe, is the Chinese AK?
Yeah. Yeah. I was about to say a very inappropriate joke from Soviet Womble's video, but I'm not going to. But yeah, like, it's...
They're taking a picture with the snowman, but I don't... Like, do you even see the AA statics?
Let's see. Actually, even Carl Gustav, that's just cursed. I'm not. I'm looking around the base. They're not on top of the... Oh. Look at the top of the battle tower, Liru.
Oh.
That's an AA static for sure. That...
Ooh.
Boy, I hope they don't accidentally hit one bullet on the side of this battle tower and collapse the thing.
If they collapse it, though, that's going to fall down lower and might still be okay to shoot people with. All right. Well, there's one.
If they collapse it, it's content, so...
And the other one's at the top of a tower as well. Okay. Interesting. I mean, Blue 4, they do have a Huey, and those things can definitely annihilate a Huey, so... Oh, man. I think it's literally a weapon mirror match, though, because Blue 4 has the exact same weapons with the exact same camo. So weapon PID here is actually going to be impossible.
Do you remember who made this? I didn't see who
I did not, no.
Because I know that Vincer likes to do the mirror matches, and it's fine. Like I'm like getting shit for the lack of quote unquote historical accuracy or whatever, but In all fairness, it is about as fair of a fight as you can get. Literally just, yeah, the same mod, same M4s, 5.56, all that stuff. Why did I just get an email from my university president? I've been graduated for a fucking year. What the fuck?
Gotta pay up that Illumini benefit, man.
Illumini?
Yeah.
Am I part of the Illuminati now?
How do you say, what's the group of people called after you graduate? Alumni, that's it.
No, not.
It's the Illuminati.
It's not aluminium, it's alumni.
Yeah, the Illuminati. Yeah, perfect. Anyway, Blue 4, we're just seeing people spin to win. They've got 2 unarmed Polarises they could use for recon. We have 2 different types of N2 statics. One that's a little more up-armored than the other with some side windows to look around when you're turned in. 2 others, which are just complete solid. And then the 240 little, like, you know, mobile pillbox bunker, which fires 7.62. We have 2 of the up-armored trucks. Actually, it's 5 of them.
Yeah, Larry's turning into a fucking radical Larry. He's gonna vibrate through some walls if he's not careful.
This is, you just look up in the air and spin your mouse back and forth real quick, and as I do that, I literally am just doing the motion, knocking my mouse back and forth, but yeah.
Why torturing your viewers like that?
I mean, funny. We've seen this AO done before. The objectives were actually in Mista and Stariel, and the attacking faction was coming from the west. But what they ended up doing was going up to where Blue Force spawn is, taking that objective because the defending faction wasn't holding it at all, and then the main fighting was done in those 2 other towns. I think it was Terminal, but I don't remember. It was a while ago, and it was also on Trinara Summer, not Winter. But regardless, Blue 4 doing an uphill battle here. Op 4 could potentially try to do some counterattacks with those M2 cars, but I could easily just see Blue 4 come on the eastern flank of Terminals 1 and 2, get right on top of the objective. However, that little patch of open ground between the Force Defilade and the base itself could be problematic. I could see Op 4 putting some fortifications there to try to help alleviate that. But this bunker position, it's in a nice spot in the middle of an open area, which Op 4 could easily defend, but I could also see Blue 4 easily get on top of because of how the defilade is structured.
Sorry, you're talking about the northern terminal or the southern one?
Terminals 1 and 2. We do have some additional fortifications dug around on this hill, though, but they could easily be bypassed if Blue 4 just attacks from the east.
Yeah, if they were to... Let's see. So, mobility here is going to be key, because they do have a ways to go before they get there. Probably about, like 2 clicks or so before the northern terminals, if they go in a straight line. If they are to use those Humvees and trucks effectively, if they can, I mean, it's churn now, so they can probably move through the...
AA cannot be moved. No, Zs cannot be moved around.
If they're able to just kind of go around south, and yeah, like you said, come from the east, use the tree cover, the tree foliage as cover. Oh, actually, now that I say that, I was going to say come up the low ground on the northeast or to east side, but that actually puts them in perfect view of the top of that battle tower. So that may not be as good of an idea as I thought, but if they're, I don't know, maybe they can launch rockets into the battle tower and take it down, or maybe just distract the people there while they push up in the east. But using that low ground to their advantage is, I think, going to be key in getting close to this terminal, because otherwise they got to go across this...
I'm going to switch up the music real quick.
Deal with these bunkers to the north. These the 2 bunkers up here. And yeah, they got a ZU on top, so an airborne assault isn't going to be too effective, or, you know... I mean, it could be effective up until it gets...
It'll be effective up for Op 4 for getting all those free kills.
Exactly. Thank you for finishing my sentence for me. That's why I love you.
You're welcome. Okay. Now, with the HQ building, look at where it is placed compared to where Terminal 1 is. I could see some Op 4 guys crawling under the HQ. Actually, it doesn't look like they have any eyes to directly overwatch Terminal 1, but they can at least watch the...
I mean, Gores
Eastern MSR. Yeah.
Gores was under there already. He was way ahead of you trying to get under there. But yeah, the angles are not fortunate.
That could really help stop a Blue 4 attack from the east if Op 4 has that low cover there.
Yeah.
It would just mean it's a keyhole versus a keyhole. The keyhole of Blue 4 having to poke their head over, and the keyhole of Op 4 hiding directly under there. So it's just a matter of who shoots who first. Otherwise, I'm not really finding any other keyholes Op 4 could utilize here. They're sending a group up, though. So we might see Op 4 take fortification in some of these other defensive positions. But really, I would just put a small garrison at Terminal 3 and then a large garrison at Terminals 1 and 2 here. Have the M2s fan out on the MSRs to try to find and take down where Blue 4 is going to transport. And have both of those ZUs with personnel on them ready to take out the helicopter if it tries something.
We're actually seeing Red 4 Alpha push out to this northwestern outcropping. I don't know if they're going to go for the little outpost on the west or the bunker line on the north, but yeah, they are going to be utilizing these pretty heavily. I wonder if they're going to... Well, no, as I say that, they have sent some people down to the castle at Rog. I'm assuming to kind of more check it out than anything at the moment. I don't know. They could... They could have a backup garrison down here and like still try and keep the majority up to the north. They actually have semi-decent eyes from this big old water tower and the castle top, or the rooftop. They do have eyes. It is pretty foggy out there, but they do have eyes looking over there. So
something I want to point out, though.
Before you say that, between the two objectives, Mountain, Dingo, Logan, and Fred have somehow already fucked up their Humvee.
Magnificent. So how they did it was they were going at full speed, and they hit the... you know where it starts going up? They hit that before the wheels register to turn the Vic up. So they went at that on full speed and screwed themselves, and also their front right Vic is wheel, is destroyed, so they'll have to repair that. So they'll probably use that for base defense instead. But that's kind of funny. Blue 4, I was just going to point out, a lot of them dropped their backpacks at spawn, probably repacking things into their vest.
Again, 1 second.
Yeah, you're good, you're good. But Blue 4 has dropped a lot of their backpacks, so I'm thinking they're going to probably try to do stuff with some more mobility here. I'm just trying to find where the group of people are that dropped them to see if they're all going to mount up in a Vic and try to be more mobile than the rest, or if that was just personal preference. But everyone else I'm looking at here, it appears that they all still have their backpacks there, so that might have just been random dudes doing that instead. Otherwise, I think this round is going to be really cut and dry. Blue 4 is going to pick one angle, do all eggs in one basket attack from the east, or potentially try to go from the south, because any other direction I feel is just a waste because of the open areas from those areas themselves. Op 4, though, I don't like how much they're fanning out on some of these objectives. Yes, I think it's cool that there are some defensive areas over here that Op 4 can go to, and we're seeing some infantry that are going to go down potentially to do a rush on Blue 4 as they come in, but Op 4 needs to play this smarter. I like seeing this battle line of infantry right here to hold this obvious push. I do hope they stay here and hold it from the high ground, because if they dig fortifications like right at the base of some of these spots, I think they'll be golden. And then we have a random thing of sandbags on the road right here. I'm not sure if that violates the roadblock rule or not, but we do see some bunkers being made as well. We'll probably see some trenches dug. I'd rather have trenches dug than those green fortifications, because at least the trenches would kind of blend in, especially if you put them like at the base of this ridge right here. It would be really hard to see that texture, because the texture itself is what's on the ground. So I don't know, we'll have to see. But Op 4 looking really exposed on this western flank. Blue 4 doesn't really have a way to recon this out, because if they get too close to try to do recon, they're going to get shot down by the ZU guns. So it's going to be luck based off of if Blue 4 rolls right here, but doing a pincer maneuver like this might be a good idea.
I'm back, by the way. It was just the
I heard
this time. Okay, cool. So I'm just kind of going over things on my end, but we have a number of groups that are,
What's that? Let them be a little excited tonight. It's a fun day, and we got some fog coming in too. But if someone starts super derailing, then yeah, give them a timeout.
So kind of the numbers are a bit.
Let them show their excitement a bit.
Disconcerting. I feel like they're not going to leave enough people back at the terminals to effectively defend them. But
yeah, I mean, again, Op4, like, I like where their Bravo groups are to hold against that obvious Eastern advance. It's leaving the Western flank exposed, but Blue 4 is not going to be able to do any good recon on this because if they get their Huey too close, it's going to get shot down by the ZUs. But otherwise, Op4, they just have a lot of forces that are kind of fanned out. We might see Charlie try to do a counter push somewhere on foot, though, which is a little worrisome. And I don't see any of the Humvees ready to go to be mobile here. So I don't know. We got 2 of the Humvees back at the third base. Third terminal. And I don't know where the other one is. It's Platoon 2 HQ has it. He's by the Terminal 1 and 2 base. So Op4 isn't really going to play anything dynamically here. They're just going to let Blue 4 come to them, which I think is a wasted opportunity. But we'll just have to see how things go. Because Op4 could have pushed down this MSR, gotten to the coast, come around, and tried to run into things. Like they could have pushed one Vic up here. They could have pushed one Vic directly to their spawn, one Vic on the far left, and one Vic on the far right, and just run into Blue 4's advances. So, we'll have to see what happens. Otherwise, heavy fog came in. I believe it was set to dynamically come in within 10 minutes to throw a little bit of a monkey wrench in Blue 4's plans. But on the higher areas of the hill, it's not as affecting. But it still definitely reduces some visibility here.
Yeah, it definitely has thickened up like a good stew, but I think that'll play more into Blue 4's favor, or sorry, into Red 4's favor than Blue 4.
Yeah, the ZUs don't have gun depression.
Actually, not. I'm not too sure who's gonna give an advantage to now that I say that, because the closer that the attacking side gets to the defending side, it's like there's less room for them to really engage from, but that also means for the defending side that they're going to be able to get closer before they see him in the first place. So I guess it's kind of 50-50.
So far, Blue 4, though, is guessing correctly where to attack from on the western flank of the AO. I can understand why you would do that, though, because there's a lot thicker of a green, which means thicker forest, for them to attack Terminal 1 and 2 and then go back to where they came, potentially resupply, and then attack Terminal 3, compared to there's 2 MSRs on the eastern approach, and there's just a lot of roads going through that to make a lot of open areas. So I don't know, but I think Blue 4 is going to take the southern MSR out of Stario, dismount on the MSRs right there, and just send infantry up from the just up the hill. We do have this massive convoy forming, and again, with Op4 not sending any of their M2 Vics early on to scout, a lot of their force is going to be caught out of position here, which does leave Op4 a lot of opportunity to do some flanking attacks. We saw that work really well in the previous round, but I don't know, with Blue 4 this close, it could be a potential issue, because Op4 does not nearly have as many guys on the defensive than last round, so...
And their Blue 4's helicopter is already floating around the base to the south of Kamishovo, off the coast. They're actually going near Electro. So they're... I don't know if... Do they have anyone in there, or is it just the crew and some gunners?
Where?
The helicopter. It actually does, the Huey for Blue 4, it does have some people in there, probably about a fire team's worth. So they're going to be, I'm assuming, dropped out behind the lines. Yeah.
That is a long walk, though.
It's a long walk, but really not super long if they go for Terminal 3 and try and do a back cap, because it looks like, yeah, they're landing just west of Kamishovo now, and they're going to try and mountain goat their way through the woods. From this distance, they can't hear them at all at Terminal 3.
Op 4 is a man down at Terminal 3, by the way. I think Pads fell and hurt himself.
How do you fall from there?
And now you got Dingo clipping into a wall. They're trying to just get on some good positions here, but that's kind of funny.
Armored more so than Flock, but oof. You said that was Pads?
Yep. I think Blue 4 is also landing back there because that Huey is also incredibly loud, so if they were to land closer, it might give away their plan. And were they told, was Blue 4 told that they were static ZU cannons, or were they just told that they were static AA?
Static AA is what it said. I don't know if they said anything different in the actual briefing, if they asked questions on what it was. But in the mission briefing itself, it just said static AA.
Yeah, so when you hear static AA, people are going to think that that's launcher-based. Because
AA
that's what I was thinking too.
Is two
separate things. AA is anti-air, and AAA is anti-aircraft artillery, which usually means guns.
Was that what it stands for?
Yes.
Oh, neat. You've actually taught me something today. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ooh, okay, so this is an issue. The ZU is not bolted down in place. The ZU actually might just fucking armor itself. If I'm watching it move around as the tip of the barrel clips the angled edge of the roof and the little.
What, on the tower?
Yeah, on the top of the tower.
It's not moving for me.
Like clipping in and like it's like I saw it moving around and who the hell is in there is.
Oh, no, I just saw it. Yep.
Airborne. Yeah.
They hear the aircraft though. It's coming in, and the ZU is looking at the complete wrong direction.
Yeah. Oh, look at it. You see
Yep.
That? Yeah. So they hear it, but they're not sure where. Now he sees it, I think.
Almost blew his friend's head off.
Yes, seriously.
You saw the tracer go right through him.
I was expecting.
Oh my god.
And look, he's pushing himself away. I've never seen armor physics work so like consistently and non-destructively.
That should have blown his buddy's head off and also hurt him, man. That was really lucky. Oh, man. Whew, that was funny. So we have some Blue 4 guys dismounting off of a different SSR here.
One of them's actually very hurt in that truck with the A2 marker. One of them's like bleeding from 3 different limbs.
He's also not moving. He might be a disconnect. I'm going to check the roster real quick.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Because usually when people disconnect, it sets them as fully dead animation. I don't see any skulls, so it might have just been a random disconnect.
Yeah, I'm thinking so as well, because he's not moving at all. He's just got the 1,000-yard stare. Regardless, yeah, moving down south, like you said, through Starolia, though they're now dismounting near that gas station. And maybe moving out on foot. We might see some skirmishes with those northwestern bunkers for Red 4. We'll see. They've kind of added a bit as far as trenches and shit to help with that the climb up the hill, similar to what we saw with the eastern side with the Bravo team pushing down. But I don't know. This is still very interesting, and the fog's getting even thicker. Visibility's down to like, holy shit! Yeah, from the fog, I can barely see the battle tower from those bunkers to the northwest of Terminal 1.
Mm-hmm.
This is getting very thick. Yeah, that Huey is going to be next to useless as far as any kind of fire support. And the tail rotor's out.
Tail's out, yep. ZU clipped it. Vargrant and Buckets are still alive in there, though. You okay?
Yeah, I'm great. How are you?
Okay, just making sure. Anyway, Blue 4, we have what appears to be 2 different groups that have dismounted. One further from the other, though, so I'm not sure what they're gonna do with that. We do have a few guys that have remounted a truck and they're driving it down the MSR here. About a fire team worth of guys in there. About 6 is your standard fire team size in FNF. But I'm thinking maybe they're gonna do a pincer here of have one group take the high ground and the other group go in and attack from the direct west. The one fear, though, is that static AA might actually have an angle on that far hill right there. It's just above, and that thing would tear apart enemy infantry. And the Huey has to have said by now that the ZU is in that position. Not necessarily on the battle tower, but at least there. So attacking from high areas would be a really bad idea. Go ahead.
So I want to bring your attention to Terminal... Never mind. Okay, so real quick. Mountain was downed and knocked out inside the castle tower with ZU on top of it. And he was unconscious for a good minute, and then he just finally woke back up, and now he's getting some medical attention. But I saw another asterisk over by Terminal 3, and I got very concerned.
Yeah, Op4's been knocking themselves out quite a bit at this position.
I mean, the phrase kind of, you say knock yourself out, but like, damn.
Funny.
I'm taking it seriously.
And now, Blue 4, we're seeing them dismount.
It's a fucking Flavor Town joke, alright? I get one as well.
And now Blue 4 is dismounting along the direct west of objectives 1 and 2 for that for that attack. I'm not going to call it a pincer yet because I don't see the northern group moving yet. I think they're waiting for that group to dismount, but for this to work properly, I feel like they're going to make the attack from the northern side to draw forces there from Op4 so that this other group can push in. And then we also still have that 4-man, it's actually a 5-man group pushing up. I think they're going to try to be a strike team to either pierce Terminal 3 or come into Terminal 1 and 2 from a different angle.
Now, they're going to have to be careful because they have a roaming patrol in the form of TSB with the Vincer, CF, Tom, Galil, Moxie Ryzen, and Map Nura all kind of scattered around the perimeter. If they're not careful, they're going to run right in between these groups and could get picked apart. The fog is going to work in their favor, but the Blue 4 team needs to stick together in order to identify who's friendly and who's not. Because everyone's wearing snow camo, everyone's using the same weapons, though I don't know if they know that or not. So they may be in for a shock once they start seeing or start hearing 5.56 that sounds exactly the same like their rifles. And I actually want to bring attention, Dust Eyes. Disagree with that. Dust Eyes is actually Platoon 2 HQ marksman. I thought someone traded with him for his rifle, but no, he's just the marksman. But he's up there too, so.
I'm gonna be honest. The best way to tell PID here is the backpacks. The Chinese have a solid white carryall, while the UK guys have a custom 3CB ski backpack. I mean, their camos
as well, I think, because
yeah,
the guys have PLA have the goggles and like that star on the forehead, but the Blue 4 guys have that red kind of Rhino NVG mount as instead. And I do want to bring attention to, I think that's CF. Yeah, CF, just northeast of Terminal 3. He's doing the classic DayZ method of hiding at the base of a pine tree. And, I mean, he is fucking invisible. If you hit O and remove markers, I cannot tell that there is a man in there at all.
I completely agree with you. And Blue 4 is really close to him right now. But Blue 4, their tactic seems to be changing a little bit. I think we're seeing a reverse order here. We've got a group going to Terminal 3, possibly to meet with that other small group doing Terminal 3. They're going to try to hit everything at once here, which is a very risky strategy, because if Op4 has evenly defended everything, then it's just Blue 4 dividing their forces to hit Op4 positions needlessly. Whereas if Blue 4 were to take all their forces and just hit one position at a time, they'd be able to much more easily overpower the objectives. So, I mean, we see it all the time in TSB when I Zeus. When they do force splits like this, it can get very, very messy. But otherwise, Op4 have noticed there's been a 2-man group of Eason and Quickly found the Blue 4 dismounts on the far east. We're hearing some M2s now firing on the northern side. That would be... one of the M2s picked off a guy on the roof of the bunker. I guess he was just skylining too easily. 240 could have potentially picked him off.
The fog's getting even thicker and thicker. I am, like, there's no way. Like, I think that the fog is now an advantage for Blue 4, because, like, Red 4 is not going to be able to see them before they get close enough. The Blue Force going to be able to see placements and be able to scan for heads and moving any kind of moving figures.
We're about to see.
Were to set up an ambush or something? I mean, it's too late now. Maybe between terminals 1 and 2, and then terminal 3, somewhere between the north and south objectives, they could set up an ambush. But otherwise, it's fucking rough, my guy. And yeah.
Hey, look over at Map Nora real quick on the western side. Right under a tree, watching these Blue 4 guys coming in.
Oh shit! Oh shit! The ZU is firing at the northern bunkers. Blue 4 team of Scandi Recon just pushed up there, and they actually the Red 4 guys were out there, but the ZU started firing on them. I don't know if he was able to see what was going on with magnified optics, or if he just got the call or what, but holy...
He got the call, because it's really difficult to see. They can barely see the silhouettes of the bunker up there, but Scandi Recon looking over, because of how thick the fog is, they're not going to be able to see that ZU firing at him. Now you got Op 4 guys firing over... Yeah, again, like, this is not the position Blue 4 wanted to be in, and now you got Alpha doing a wide flank here, running into Charlie's far defense here. They're going to get encircled by 3 more guys coming around. I feel like that's going to cause a lot of damage here. Meanwhile, Map Nora getting a second drop here, and Blue 4 has no idea where he is.
And we actually have a 2-man buddy team just west of Echo behind Lucius, James, Stafford.
Wow.
Yeah, you mentioned them before, but Easton quickly, like, they are fucking solid snaking this shit. And they could really do some damage if they played their cards right. Once they start taking contact, start fucking lighting them up, you could really get some a number of kills.
Dust was on his own. He got hit. Also, did the Huey go down earlier? Because I see the pilots are dead.
Yeah, the tail went out, remember?
Oh, I didn't. Okay, so they weren't able to recover it. Gotcha.
I didn't see the crash either, but yeah, I'm assuming that they weren't able to. I think...
Here, we can just do this.
I think that's the Chinese Humvee. Never mind.
Yeah, they weren't able to get the tail back. They crashed.
Actually, now that I mentioned that, yeah,
on the side of a hill.
Pulling up with one of those M2 Humvees just to the west.
Got all those Blue 4
group that's coming in on the west side of the northern terminal. Quickly and Easton are now opening up, and Mountain needs to either... Yeah, he's mounting the gun now, so he's going to try and get some kills. But I'd be very surprised if he's able to be effective. He takes down 1.
Easton's knocking out 2 people with quickly. And that whole Blue 4 group's turned around. 1 shot going in Mountain's face.
Yep, he was able to down 2 people. That being...
One's already woken back up, though.
Yeah, SCS woke back up. Rory might wake back up as well. But he was able to down 2, but just, solo throwing that Humvee, it's got to be brutal.
Map Nora was able to knock 3 people out before being forced to pull back, but all of them woke back up. I feel like the armor ratios for both the UK and the Chinese guys are a little higher than what we normally see. Because I've been seeing a lot of knockouts. I mean, if you look to the far northeast, for example, a lot of dudes are down. Op 4 had a few more down guys, though, but they've woken back up or have been tapped here. We also have a smoking M2. And a dead boy.
That's another one. That's the armored one, too. Damn. That must have gotten hit by a rocket or something, because those things are tough nuts to crack. But yeah, I wonder, we've lauded for a while the fact that FNF uses custom configs to really promote balance between different
Real quick, look at the 2 Blue 4 Humvees shredding this cargo post here.
Ooh.
But is the ZU gonna have an angle?
I don't think so. Both those are M2s as well, so they're going to be able to pierce that sheet metal in the fucking guard tower.
Yeah, I saw a lot of rounds go into that cargo post, but nothing seemed to stick there. So a little lucky on the Op 4 guys right there. I'm really curious to see if that ZU is remounted and used against the Blue 4 group holding up there. So Eason and his buddy, I believe, are dead. I'm not finding them on the roster anymore.
Yeah, Mountain woke back up and pulled his Humvee back west. He's probably bandaging himself up now as he sits on that road. Yeah, I think that's what he's doing. So a few victories, a few losses for both sides here.
I feel like overall, though, Blue 4 has a lot more guys closer to the objectives than Op 4. Op 4 has too many guys focusing on the northern attacks here.
I'll agree with you, but with a caveat that they've been able to take out a lot of guys. Just looking at the asterisks, I'm seeing 4 guys down for Blue 4 and possibly more dead up here at the town of Mista. But yeah, the fact that they're so far removed from these objectives could be their downfall, as about, what, 2 squads worth of guys are coming in on the west side of Terminals 1 and 2? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that ZU's opening back up on those northern bunkers. I mean, fuck, it just continues to just get thicker than a bowl of fucking oatmeal, dude.
If Op 4 had someone to line those shots up, they could, the ZU could easily get a handful of kills. We're seeing some Op 4 guys. We got Quickly moving up. He is an AT guy. Let me see what type of AT he has real quick. He's got an RPG 20. Actually, that's a 72A, but he could potentially knock out one of these Humvees, and he definitely hears it downrange.
72A, what?
M72.
Oh,
Quickly has an M72 Law out. And he's going to potentially...
I thought about a tank. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Sorry.
You're fine. You're fine. But, I mean, look at how many Blue 4 guys are right next to Terminal 1 and 2. We've got the 50 cal here for Op 4 firing down on him, but Blue 4 is really well spaced out here. And Map Nora, meanwhile, he's under another tree, and he's knocked out 2 more Blue 4 guys. Blue 4... slowly trying to crawl up to him. Map Nora might have an angle on Bay Potato here. But again, like, these are really cheeky spots to be in. I don't think Map...
That ZU on the top of the battle tower, like, you can't even see the silhouettes now. Before you could see them, like, at least a little bit. But now you can't even see them at all. And Platoon 1 HQ up at these northern bunkers, yeah, Quickly and Easton, wow, how the fuck they pull back over here? Holy shit. They're fucking ghosts in the night.
You got T5 Bay and CO going on the southern side of Terminal number 3, a really deadly combo. I'd say T5 Bay, the second best player in FNF. And he does have a 240 Bravo, which does appear to be his gun of choice, other than a 249. Blue 4 firing up on the main battle tower here, trying to suppress some of Op 4's defenders up there. But Blue 4 now needs to find a way to get up to that position. Op 4 still has a lot of guys out of play here, but eventually Op 4 is going to rein their dudes in because the Alpha for squad for Blue 4, they won their fight, but we have a lot of reinforcements coming down to help with Op 4. But once that's taken care of, those guys will come back and just reset their defensive lines here.
I'm seeing a lot of skulls on both sides, looking about even. If anything, it might be more casualties for Red 4 actually, but because Blue 4 is so spread out and fragmented, I don't know. We do have Foxtrot 2 for Blue 4 inside Terminal 3 now. They've just made contact, and they're going to get inside this big castle tower. As they're starting to breach in now, we have T5A pushing in with that M240.
Oh dear.
And runs across 2 guys who are unprepared. Gets them both. That's...
And then T5A gets shot by CO! I told you, this camo is so fucking close. It's so close. CO walking back, T5A wigs back up. Oh my god.
Well, between the camo, the low visibility, and the weapons... Like, holy shit.
Oh, that was amazing. That was absolutely amazing. CO just didn't want to take any chances and just made sure, all right, I walk in with the guy. That guy's still shooting at these other guys. Get them all down, and we'll just sort to see who's who later, I guess. But that was great. Meanwhile, Map Nora is still harassing this 4-man fire team. No, it's Mox over here. Map is down, I guess. Mox getting killed. Yeah, Blue 4, like, these guys have been knocked out over and over again. I see Map No, that's not his body. That's a Blue 4 guy's body. I don't know where Map Nora died, but yeah, he was harassing that group all this time. And now you got 2 Op 4 guys on top of 2 Blue 4 guys on the other side. Op 4 in trees. And Blue 4 just hiding in bodies.
Yeah, Tom and CF just like, I mean, I'm talking spitting distant. Tom is like, could smell ash from the other side of that trench line, but fuck me. This is very cursed. I'd be willing to bet that the mission maker didn't set their fog forecast setting exactly how they wanted to, because, I mean, we're down to, I'm talking 100 meters for visibility.
T5 Bay getting knocked out. CO was actually at an angle to be hit by both Olaf and Fred. From this place. How they got up here, by the way, was they climbed up the sidewall. That's why you were seeing people getting armored in this corner right here. Use enhanced movement. You climb up to here. You climb up to the little knocked out pole. Then you jump, climb up to the actual base of this wall, and then you just walk over and you get on top. They got a dead guy up here from a disconnect. Down to the northeast, we see that one of the Blue 4 guys was knocked out by Op 4, and it's just Dream now to take that position. Meanwhile, to the north, you've got, wow, Op 4 actually, a lot more guys were pushing up to those Blue 4 dudes, but now Blue 4 has a one-man number advantage there, and then Blue 4 has a mass Kaz at Scandi Recon's position. Are any of them medics, though? They do have Azariah, a.k.a. Lone Survivor, a medic, so they could get all these people up if they work on them. And Op 4 is just running out of manpower.
Yeah, at this point, they're going to need to be careful and try and hold Terminals 1 and 2 so that the Terminal 3 doesn't become active. Because at this point, if that becomes active, we'll see a decent fight between the rest of the TSB guys here and then T5 Bay and Seo. Dream's actually pushing up now, trying to make a play. Gets one. Runs out of ammo in the second.
Yep, gets the cover, though.
Yep. And
Op 4 going around on that tree. Yep, and Dreams is able to tap him.
NATO is superior. Seeing that TSB patch right underneath the Chinese PLA flag as he gets shot in the head and his brain removed.
So Blue 4 back at Terminal 1 and 2, they have grouped up a lot of their forces on the western side. I think they're going to make a push. We're seeing some smokes being thrown, but not at good angles here. What they need to do is have a machine gunner to just suppress the top of that tower as the infantry push, but we have Eric here getting behind a snowman. So I guess find a different base of cover here, but now it's a little too late because you're having Op 4 Bravo team come in to help fortify this line. Blue 4's window to get up here is really narrowing because if Op 4 starts bringing their manpower back, they should be fine. Meanwhile, up to the far north, it's still 2 members of Alpha 2 for Blue 4 fighting with 2 Op 4 members of Bravo, and Scandi Recon is still working on a lot of these unconscious guys. They did get one up, though. Eric is dead.
Terminal 1 and 2. Yeah, so he got shot from his flank by Quickby. So he's we have Swolto,
oh wow,
looking up in that direction. This could be pretty bad. I mean,
hey, hold up. T5 Bay on Terminal 3 actually got up on the top of the tower and took out Fred and Olaf, and he is now on 6 kills. There is no one except Galil defending with the 240 Bravo, but he's been holding that position for a while. Go ahead, sorry.
No, you're good. Pretty much, yeah. If the Terminal 1 and Terminal 2 garrison here are able to hold this open ground, I mean, Fox just continuing to thicken up. Like I said, I feel like a broken record, but if they're able to just hold this, what would I say, 20, 30 meters of open ground between the forest line and the HESCO barriers, if they're able to hold that and use that as a killing ground, they could completely decimate all the Blue 4 that are up here. The only thing that would really stop them would be Pierce and this up-armored Humvee, and even then, the gunner still has some weak spot. He's pretty well covered from the turret, but it could really go either way. Depends on how they play it. But yeah, they didn't do anything with those smokes. So there's one guy up here who ran up on his lonesome and got schwacked. don't know. There's a lot of potential here for Blue 4. They've actually been able to take out the rest of the Red 4 garrison at Terminal 3. It's just Sayo and Dream versus Galil, who is...
Galil took out T5 Bay, by the way. T5 Bay pushed him, and Galil was able to win the fight there.
Yeah,
CO being really cautious to go in. Now, while you watch that, interrupt me when something happens, but Blue 4 has the numbers advantage now, and in all honesty, I'm going to attribute it to the medical game that's been going on. I mean, Scandi Recon was able to get up 5 dudes and literally double their number after taking this one position. Blue 4...
Just to work with you, look at the town of Mista. All the Op 4 there has been killed, and there are 4 Blue 4 guys.
And just a second ago, there were only 2. So we see 2 medics up there. I know Guy was one of the medics still up there, so he was able to get, I know Novix was down, and then either Jupiter or Flux and double their number. Mapnura, who was getting a lot of knockouts close to Terminal 3 on the Delta group. The Delta group is still strong. Even though Map got so many knockouts, they were able to medic themselves up, and because of that well-done medical, Blue 4's been able to bolster their numbers back and is probably going to be able to win this.
Yeah, I mean, like you said with Scandi, just up there on the
He's going to try to throw a grenade in there.
Sorry. The Northwest.
Ooh.
Bring up a number of people back up. We have Az up here as the lone survivor.
Wow.
I mean, Archer's up here, who...
He's getting shot at by a friendly now.
As well. But they're picking up a lot of people. So like you said, they're playing this medical game really well. I wonder if
that was a great throw.
Like you said, is a lot more tanky than just the standard RHS stuff, which would allow...
That would make sense, but yeah, definitely. So CO just threw a grenade in the little slit that Galil was hiding in. Galil freaked out, ran out, tried to run out, put his gun up, and as the grenade went off and CO started opening up on Galil, Galil was dead in an instant. CO took a few hits on his legs. He had a friendly fire on him as well. He might get mis-PID'd here, but I mean, that was a perfect throw.
Yeah, he sees the doorway. Doesn't push in, actually.
Yep.
Second guy comes in.
Hey, look, they PID'd properly to see that. The Chinese guys are dead, but T5 Bay is still dead as well, so.
Unfortunate. But yeah, that's going to be Terminal 3 pretty well secured by this back cap group. And now it's just going to be up to this kind of southwestern attack onto Terminal 1.
Last guy that was part of Scandi Recon that was down just woke back up, and all I see up here are dead PLA guys, no dead Blue 4 dudes. I'll stand corrected, actually, there is a dead Blue 4 guy in the corner, but they won that position, they paid for it with a lot of dudes, and just Op4 wasn't able to follow through and clean them all out. But we have 4 more guys coming up. They do have contact with Scandi Recon here because that Humvee just pulled over to pick him up, and now I'm pretty sure Blue 4 is going to be able to overpower the remaining Op4 defenders and win this round. But really, hats off to the medics today on Blue 4 because they were able to pretty much bolster Blue 4 here, and that's going to more than likely win them the round. Op4 can still hold it here if they have a good defensive line here on 360, but
we have about 19 minutes or so remaining, but it's going to come down to about by my count 9 people for Blue 4 at these 2 terminals in the north versus probably what, about 2 dozen, or not 2 dozen, maybe about 20 or so Blue 4 that are going to be coming in at different times. It's not impossible. I mean, we've seen
that Op4 guy get knocked down. Eason on 3 kills got found out and blown up. But you want to hear a really horrible joke, Barb? This will make you hate me for the rest of the night. You ready?
I mean, I already hate you, but go ahead.
All right, Chinese PLA, CPLA. Rearrange those letters, you get clap. And Op4 has definitely gotten clap tonight. He just left the channel. Anyway, we got Yanni pushing up here with Nim to make sure that that person's down. We might see a double tap over here. And Blue 4, they're making their assault here. They just knocked someone out in the tower. They're coordinating with 2 Foxtrot guys, so we do have an Op4 guy right here that could close the gap, but Blue 4 is going to start making their attack from 3 separate directions here. Op4 trying their best to hold in this bunker to take out both the combined forces of Scandi Recon with the squad they were with the 4-man group of Alpha pushing in, but now that has alleviated the western flank for this bunker to come in. Explosives going off everywhere, knocking out a PLA guy down there, and again, helping to suppress the tower as more AT coming up on this tower, trying to knock it out. PLA doing their best to try to snipe out Blue 4 as they're coming on this advance. Got one guy down right here, but Blue 4 is right on the wall. We got a man down in the bunker, and more AT going in, going back and forth. There's a 1-to-1 trade right there as Blue 4 is making a very costly push, but they have the manpower to make it. Tents getting knocked over here. More grenades getting thrown in this into the compound here. A lot of machine gun fire going into that bunker as well, and the tower. We got a Foxtrot shoot trying to push around to potentially get on the rear of Op4 here. He's not going to be that useful here. We just had Yanni pull up to the tower and headshot this poor bastard. And now he's climbing into the tower. Accidentally climbs above it, though. Enhanced movement was not with him today. He got knocked out and shot multiple times at multiple angles. Blue 4, again, making a very costly push here, but it needed to happen for them to push in. That's why the attacking faction always gets the numbers advantage, but it could still falter. Op4 has a lot of guys still in here, and they are getting some pickoffs. Blue 4 just really needs to get in these fortifications and push in. But these Humvees circling around, they could easily help pick up some of the Blue 4 unconscious guys after this fight and help win it, but honestly, at the end of this fight, Op4 is pretty much screwed. So, curious to see why this Op4 guy is still chilling over here. That is just Risen Kill trying to hide. And Op4 doing their best to hold on this tower. We got Foxtrot True running in. CO, he picked up Bays 2-4 Bravo, or it was Galil's, and he is now going to push up on this tower. Op4's outer defenses, they're down to 4 people, 3 on the tower, 1 in that HQ building. CO now coming in, and he is going to get right behind 2 Op4 guys. This is going to be the nail in the coffin. Blows one guy away, other guy still medicing, doesn't notice. CO loses his leg, but he's able to take out. You almost had Flux right there come in and shoot CO in the back there, but Flux getting knocked out by Op4 Commander. There is an explosive trap on this tower as a martyrdom. But at this rate, I mean, Op4 is down to 1 guy, Brandy at the base of the tower. CO is going to probably try to bandage here. Yep. We have Command just throwing grenades down there in a bit of a panic. And you also had Brandy run in, not noticing CO up here. And CO is crippled. Yep.
CO was around the corner, so not surprising. But we do have 2 satchels up on the second floor of the tower. I guess it's a bit of a suicide play if they were able to take the 2 terminals. But with it just being Stark, Brandy, and then Rise and Kill down to the south, I mean, there's about a snowball's chance in hell for Red 4 to pull out with the win here.
Well, they could just pick up snow from the ground right here.
As I said, snowball's chance in hell. That's funny.
So Op4 doing their best. They're still trying to hold the tower here. CO might come up. What needs to happen is Op4 Command here, Stark, needs to just poke out, get some snipes where he can as his battle buddy holds the tower. But CO is probably... Yep, no, that is Blue 4 on the charge. CO is a floor below, still bandaging. And staying up there, he is bandaging himself. So, ooh, the hack times are only a minute today. We had a Blue 4 guy trying to go outside. That was Mash trying to help Guy Fieri. But he was picked off, and CO just went down. I think to blood loss, though. No, he was at the stairwell, and Brandy was able to pick him off. I doubt CO will wake up again because he took a significant amount of damage. We still have 7 Blue 4 defenders down here. An 8th one rolling in from the side. So can these 2 Op4 guys hold? There's actually a 9th one, Iander, down at the base of the tower here. And we also have Risen Kill pushing up from He was under a forested area. He's on 2 kills himself. But if Op4 is, if they lose Terminal 2, then it is all over. But I could see Risen coming up here and getting a multitude of kills. We just had Op4 Command pick off 3 people.
Yeah, pretty decent defense there. I'm surprised Ryzen was able to push up and get inside the south side of this compound. First terminal is going to blow up.
That killed one of the knockout guys. Got more fire coming in. If Blue 4 has an explosive demo guy, they don't. They can just blow the tower up.
I'm not seeing one either.
Risen coming around. If Eander was on security here, he could take Risen out. But Eander, I think, had to go AFK for a second. So all Op4 has to do is make sure Blue 4 doesn't get into that terminal site, and they could still hold. We have another guy bandaging the 2 unconscious guys outside the tower. Eander got up and is picked off by Risen, as I think Eander... he was either taunting or maybe he thought he was a friendly.
I swear, like, at this point, I would not be surprised if he thought it was
because of the PID. Yeah, no, I would agree with that too. So he could potentially wake back up, though that was only a few shots, and we have seen people, the body armor seems to be a little more tanky these days, but Blue 4 just needs to push a guy into that tent and cap it, but I think there might be, they think that there's a guy in there too. We got a Humvee pushing around. It's being solo driven though. Op4 could still potentially clutch this. We're seeing some more shots going down.
It'd be close, but if anything, it'd be on time if they can keep holding Terminal 2, because we still have a number of people at Terminal 3. It'd be close. We're seeing Pierce here.
Oh!
Pierce and Misu and Arcor coming around the backside.
He didn't see Risen.
No.
Eander's welcome back up.
Another kill or another down at least.
Yep, a lot of double tap headshots.
And Arcor is actually pushing back up towards a friendly Blue 4. He completely misses the...
Another one getting knocked out. And Eander getting knocked out and double tapped. It is now 3v3. Op4 could potentially clutch this.
Jupiter's up towards the north dealing with that 2-man, the buddy team that's down up there. But I mean, yeah, they're doing a great job at holding this just from the top couple floors of this battle tower. I'm genuinely impressed at their defense here.
Stark on 6 kills, looking at the other guy.
I've never seen the commander of an element get so many kills. Ryzen gets the gun.
Brandy on 3. Yep.
They really might be able to hold this here.
All right, so all of Blue 4's numbers right now. One of the unconscious guys woke back up, and he's doing medical on his buddy. If the 2 Op4... Oh, shit, wait, Op4 just lost a guy. It was the commanders. Now it's Brandy and Risen versus these 4. I just saw some tracers go down. We see some Blue 4 guys getting up. Again, they're doing a really good job on the medical here. How much time do we have left? We are under 10 minutes, nearly 9 minutes. I think by then, Blue 4, actually we're seeing Blue 4, they have a mounted Humvee, one of the PLA's Humvees, and they're heading down with another group of reinforcement. They're leaving Short Boy at the terminal. Yeah, this is going to be really hard.
That's not a bad play, leaving the one guy just to take the terminal. But, I mean, if they're able to take the 2 guys out, then that shouldn't even be a problem. But yeah, start getting taken out just like that is rough.
So what's that makes an excellent point. There was not a lot of 240 fire on that tower. As I say that, Brandy pokes his head up and gets hit. Might not wake up. 203, yeah, my bad.
Yeah,
40 millimeters, my bad.
Yeah. Yeah,
I saw 2 guys with 240s, and that's what I thought. So there goes the hack. Risen's going to run up here. He's going to potentially shoot a few guys in the rear, though. He's got 50 seconds. Gets a drop. Lines up a shot. He's going to get tapped.
But the recoil... Oh, he's able to get the double.
What?
Oh, that's a 4K.
He's got 40 seconds, and he's crippled. Why do you... Guy did a miss PID there.
It's just Ryzen and Arcor.
Who's in there?
The windows.
Arcor, he's going to hear the barrel go in, and he gets the drop. Oh my god.
Windows in that tent. You can shoot the thing. It's fucking canvas and plastic. You can... I feel like that was a bit of a misplay.
GG.
He was in a very, very
Dude, I mean,
stressful situation.
he did an amazing job right there. He literally survived a guy pointing a gun at his head from the back. Like, god damn. So this is going to play out because Blue 4 still has to hit the terminals. That one's completed. Shorty can hit that immediately.
No, they don't. That's the last of Blue 4. Or, sorry, the last of Red 4.
Well, they still have an unconscious guy actually up here. That's why it hasn't been played yet. So Shorty can now initiate that hack, and yeah, that's GG. But really, really crazy good defense by Op4 there, almost clutching it.
It really wasn't, like, great at the beginning, if I'll be honest. Like, they pushed out a lot. They really spread themselves way too thin, in my opinion. But they made up for it with, like, this very much of a last stand for this northern terminal. So
The surviving factor for Blue 4 was their medical game this round. If they did not have that good of a medical game, yep, no problem. They would not have had the manpower to make this attack possible, and Op4 would have been able to hold. But that was a great round nonetheless. Still have one more round, guys, for Friday Night Fights, round 3. I got no cringy commercials to play in between, unfortunately.
Thank God.
But we'll have to see how things go. Oh, fuck yourself. 10 seconds remaining.
You said go fuck yourself, not fuck you. Okay, never mind.
And we'll see how things go. Shorty just blew himself up. And Blue 4 is firing in the air to celebrate their victory. Lovely. Very close fight. With about 6 minutes remaining on the clock. So crazy on that miss PID. But try not to miss shots point blank, is all I'm going to say on that. Whew. All right, we're going to jump back downstairs. Good match, I agree.
We all know Pierce won that because of...
Ladies and gentlemen, we just witnessed a Christmas miracle. It was a Pierce victory on an attack. I'm proud of you, buddy.
With big I'm on a 7-win streak now.
What?
Hey, no, you're not.
I watched my entire recon team die again.
No, I just won that.
No, it was in the fucking first round. You was the Red 4 MI8 pilot.
Oh no, I'm on a
SCO,
7-win
he
streak in
means.
terms of like company league.
Commanding.
I beat you 2 weeks ago, Piers.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, as we go into round 3, let's get our final numbers of the night. For IB, how many are you sitting pretty on?
Map command has been updated.
14
Looking at
still.
the multi-command now.
What's the password? Oh, you can't say it. People are streaming. Sierra India Mike Papa.
He said
That's
it.
literally
Also
saying
is
UPSE.
13.
All right, let's see. Potato has gone offline.
Counting.
Schultz has gone offline.
11.
Thank you. RCC.
9.
Scandi.
And everyone else is live. Cool. That's updated.
Tau.
Someone
Somebody stop hot miking, please.
really likes their keyboard.
Thank you. 501st. TSB.
6.
1RW.
I think it's just the 2.
AA.
All right. Blue 4
First air assault.
is attacking
It's just me, never
4
mind.
positions.
First air assault. FK.
It's just me.
Myrmidon.
4.
Red Strike.
1.
Chad.
2.
What in the barking dog world was that?
A bark?
2 242.
Singular.
Was that a Twilight?
No, I think that was a babe. No.
That was Darth Vader. Are there any groups who've turned up who were not here earlier? Are there any new groups? Cool. Right, let's have a look. Attack, defend, 25% advantage. Cool. You sure? That's a big boy. Cool. Okay, let's have a look.
Jesus Christ.
We see you, Pierce. Note.
Let's get AA Blue 4. Let's get 45B Op 4.
Alright, I will BRB 1 second.
Let's get UPSC Op 4. Let's get Zeus Community Blue 4. Let's get RCC Blue 4. Let's get Scandi Blue 4.
You've been blue for all round, so both attack and defending though.
Am I hot miking?
Yep.
Yes.
Let's get Tau Op 4.
Are you still putting Scandi to blue 4? We've been blue 4 all day.
I don't know who. I don't. It just says 24. It just saes 25% advantage. It doesn't say who to, so it's a bit confusing.
No, but we've been blue for the entire. Scandi has been blue for the entire.
Okay, go up 4. Go up 4.
Mass, are you here?
Come, give me like that.
Red for Scandi.
Let's give him a
I think it's blue 4 attacking, so it's probably blue 4 advantage. Okay, Scandi have jumped over. Okay, let's get TSB blue 4. Let's get Myrmidon blue 4.
100% certain it's blue 4. Don't worry.
Let's get 501st blue 4, 1RW blue 4, FK Op 4, Red Strike blue 4. Let's get Chad blue 4 and 242 blue 4. Okay, let's have a look, see how these numbers settle. Looking, let's. Okay.
On that, I need a first platoon lead for blue or up 4.
Do we have any groups who have not yet been slotted? Okay, Centaur players go blue 4. All of Centaur into blue. I see Tau have taken leadership of one of them, Op 4.
Hey Ash, how you doing?
That's it for blue 4 leadership.
Combat Wombat, how you doing as well?
Wow, nobody's gonna take the 25% blue 4 advantage? What?
That does, I mean, that does sound like a pretty. That sounds like a pretty good position to be in.
By the looks of it, though, so
it looks
we're
like
likely to lose a third of our team straight away.
It looks like.
No, because you're not flying.
Oh fuck you!
You know what?
I fucking love you, Dingo.
What the hell did I miss?
It's fine. There's 4 helicopters.
Okay, Tarnfalk, Mampura, King, Boston, all jump on blue 4. Everyone who's Centaur jump on blue 4.
Can you slot me in, please? I'm bulking my wall. Let me slot in.
If you jump out and jump back in again, it'll work. Okay, we're gonna need one team to jump across to the other side with a few numbers. It's currently at 48.
Yeah, right, Fallout, it was pretty tough there.
2, which That's only a 10% advantage at this point, which is not enough for 25%. So we need basically at least another 4 people to go across. But we've got a group. What the bloody hell was that?
Appeared to be a sneeze.
Fuck? Sounded like a dog sneezing.
What?
Like a tiny fucking chihuahua.
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 Before IB, if one of you guys want to take first platoon lead, I would appreciate it.
What if we moved RCC to Op4? Wouldn't that make it 25%?
It needs to be that way, 25%.
RCC have got 9, and that'll be a massive percentage swing. You've got to remember, obviously, when you take the numbers down off one side, it will boost on the other, but then it will massively decrease it on the initial side. It may be because there are really large groups currently on Op4. If there are 3 volunteers from those larger groups who'd like to fight against their own, perhaps.
One for the blood god.
Think about it. Friends of the face. When do you ever get to do that?
No traitors? What the hell?
If we got 3 volunteers.
We don't have any drop frames on my end, so if you're getting drop frames, that's on your ISP.
Yeah, I'll jump across.
Go Lusa, Jonathan, and what you want? Omega and Short Boy that work for you, man?
Yeah.
Alright, Omega, Jonathan, Short Boy, Lusa, go Blue 4.
Cheers for organising that, Twig, and thank you guys for jumping across.
Una, go ahead take Jonathan's TL spot. And then you can lead Foxtrot from the TL.
Okay, awesome. That is everyone slotted in. Barbarian, oh, he's a spectator. I'm sure he'll be able to slot in when he's ready, unless he's planning on playing. 1 minute on the clock then for Moxie Bren. Sort your guys out.
Everything looks fine.
Fantastic. Twig, you got a minute on the clock.
I think we're good unless my first platoon lead has any complaints, and since second platoon doesn't really exist, I don't care what you think, Fred.
Whoa.
Good.
Yeah, wait, sorry, what did you say? I wasn't listening.
Right. Okay, awesome. Let's push to briefing. As we push to briefing, I hope you've all had an amazing time tonight. Just a reminder to all of you that if you are having a good time and you do want to contribute, we do have a Patreon. Any donations are greatly appreciated, as it will help us to enable the EU server to carry on living, so we don't have to go back to that wretched American one. We appreciate all of those of you who currently support us, and anyone who is interested. The link can be found in the Discord, and it will be reposted shortly after this. Reminder to everyone as well, there will be no FNF next week. Obviously, it's Christmas Day. However, DTAS will be up and running on the server, so if you haven't got anything to do and you do fancy just jumping on in the evening around this time and chilling with any boys who fancy chilling on Christmas Eve, the opportunity is there for anyone should you wish to take it. My goodness, this is a big play area. Wow. Who is our brief? It is Matt.
Entire map.
Matt, are you there?
Yeah, gotta
give us our brief, my dude.
Well, all the Blue 4 vehicles are mainly for transport, so the helicopters only got like 380 rounds in their miniguns, so that would be out quick. So they got all types of transport, water and air, airdrop with some land vehicles like 2 unarmed Humvees, and anything really like they want to use. The Defenders don't have much other than 2 statics. Maybe I added a quad. I didn't remember right now.
Send in goat.
So they just
If I
defend
remember
these
correctly.
3 caches, yeah.
Awesome. I was just going to have some proper planning in it.
Black Ops, thanks for the
Brilliant.
4-month resub, my man. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a kick out of
Time
this.
day and weather conditions.
It's
You'll
normal.
find out.
It's normal clear skies. I can't really mess with anything else. I'm not that experienced.
Is the view distance?
Fantastic.
It's around.
Yeah, everyone hears the brief.
Okay.
I'll keep it around that.
Sure.
No more questions.
And up for any questions?
This is gonna be a fun time. No question.
Fantastic. Remember to put all your feedback in the channels, in the correct channels. CLs jump straight into the room afterwards and we'll get the meeting underway. May have a 5-minute break before we do start. We'll have a 5-minute break before we do start and then we'll crack on with the CL meeting. Everyone, I hope you've had an amazing time and I look forward to seeing you again in 2 weeks' time. Final round of FNF EU. Let's make it happen.
Alright, jumping up a channel for that.
Yeah, like you were saying at the end there, we will not be having FNF next week because do you know what's in a week, Liru?
Hanukkah?
No, that was this past week.
New Year's.
That's a week after.
Leif Erikson Day.
That's in March, I think.
Something to do with cat girls.
That's
Ramadan! It's Ramadan.
I love ramen. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, no, it's Christmas. I probably won't be streaming either, except maybe in the evening, but
yeah,
we'll see how things go.
But yeah, we won't be back, and we won't be. Yeah, fuck me. We won't be back next Friday. We'll be back the Friday after next with more FNF.
All right.
It's
1 second.
I don't know, like with this asset list, I'm very curious to see what the exactly Blue Four is going to be able to do with 3 Chinooks and a Blackfish cargo.
Magic. That's what they're gonna freaking do.
Why is Yasuhiro calling me a redneck? What did I say that was redneck? I talked about ramen. I talked about ramen and cat girls. How is any of that redneck?
It's the new day age of redneckness, but let's look at Blue 4 here. So Blue 4 is a U.S., I believe it's Marine-based kits, but I could be wrong. Desert Marines.
I didn't even get pushed in. Holy shit, I didn't even get pushed to map screen. I'm still on the fucking role selection screen.
Amazing. All right. Well, while you load in, we got standard 5.56 with 7.62 RHS. M249s there, your Carl Gustav, your 240 Bravo is part of your machine gun team. I would imagine the Mark 17 20-round marksman rifle is around here. Here it is. And that's an MOS scope. Yes, all right. So we got our 3 Chinooks. We got some Hueys that can be towed in. Again, you heard in the brief they limited the ammo of those guns to only 580 rounds per gun. So that goes by very quickly from those 134 miniguns. And we appear to have 1 on each side here. So a little bit of a push can be done. But otherwise, we have a transport Hummingbird, which is just Little Bird.
Yeah.
That's the vanilla name, but it actually looks like it is the vanilla one anyway, so, I mean, in vanilla it's called a Hummingbird. But we also have the Transport Blackfish, as you said, and it appears to be the cargo version, so that's for the Humvees.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. So this is very, I mean, call me crazy, call me a theorist, but I think the mission maker wants people to fucking airdrop, considering the fact that they're on
Really?
2 separate fucking islands.
Are you sure? I mean, look at the boats. The boats look completely safe, though. Look to the north, my friend. Tell me, wouldn't you rather take one of the boats?
If it meant I could drown and not listen to you anymore, yes.
I think with these boats, you'll be very surprised with that statement you just said. Please, look at the boats, Barb, and tell me.
I have been, and I want to get in one, drive it out to the middle of the sea, and have Hillary Clinton dome me with a Barrett M107.
Are you sure? Because I don't think you're going anywhere in these boats.
No, I don't think so either. I mean, maybe the one on the far left, but otherwise, as I say, that it's over. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Don't think you're going anywhere in those.
3 Chinooks and a Blackfish and a Hummingbird. I'd assume Hummingbird will take command teams and the marksman, and the Chinooks will take the rest of the infantry. Blackfish will come in, drop the 2 Humvees for some...
There is no Zeus Yash.
Ability, but considering the fact they don't have any guns on those Humvees, I wonder what the point exactly would be. Maybe mobility on the ground for...
Yeah, boats and NFNF don't seem to mix well. That's the second week that's happened.
It's honestly, if anything, it's a little sparse for Blue 4 here.
I mean...
We haven't really looked at Red 4 yet.
Red 4 only had 2 sit-down NSV turrets. They're already carrying one to the far southwest there. They also have an empty Blue 4 AA launcher, which I think is kind of cute. But let's...
An empty Blue 4 launcher?
Yeah, it's just for aesthetic, but it's the SAM site thingamajig.
Oh, the Rhea site? Not Rhea, but whatever.
Yeah, the Blue 4 equivalent.
That's very... I wonder if that's meant to just scare off the Chinook and the Blackfish. Like,
possibly.
Oh shit, we're getting locked on. Fly evasive.
It could be a map ass. I doubt it is.
No, it definitely isn't.
Yeah, I think it's just, again, for show with its simulation disabled.
Bohemia like the back of my hand. This is the first map that I really did some creative mission making on, so this is definitely a placed asset. But yeah, it's strange that it's like
I'll ask him
as well. I don't know.
So my chat's wondering if you've recovered from the clap joke.
Wait, that was a joke? Why didn't I laugh?
I know, right? It was a really bad attempt at one. But anyway, looking at the AOs here, I love how we have a little... Look at this little mountain top on the southernmost objective here.
It's a fucking, like, Mount Everest shit. Like, it's just a half destroy... this is also a template thing, by the way.
That's Camp Delta or something. Which is part of the original vanilla templates for Eden Editor. But yeah, you just have Op4 climbing up here. And I mean, all 3 objectives are really close by. It looks like they're going to forego another one of these pre-made templates here, all the way to the north. But the central one, they're also ditching, so we just might see an all eggs in one basket strategy of Op4 just to fortify the top of this mountain here, potentially with those 2 sit-down statics. However, if the helicopters want, because they will... Actually, they won't know the exact positions of these things, but they could potentially just keyhole hitting into the window of the cache. It's unlikely to happen, but what if?
You talking about the one on the mountaintop?
Yeah, the one that all of the Op4 guys are around. If you look out the northern window, heck, even the southern window, you could still go in from like a helicopter, use the 540 rounds on the 134 guns, and...
Well, yeah, you come with a Chinook. I don't know if you can pull out a launcher on the skids with a little bit.
No, you cannot.
So yeah, it would have to be a mag dump from the 134s.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, possible if the Chinook doesn't get fucking shot down first.
I mean, again, if Op4 just decides to go for an all eggs in one basket approach, it's going to be pretty cut and dry. They're just going to fortify this mountain and play this bunker hill style.
Yeah, I mean, I think that either the mountaintop or the little, like, I wouldn't call this a town, but it's just an office building and 3 apartments. But the one off to the north by the radio tower, that's sparse as well, but like it doesn't have any redeeming factors. It does have an H formed in with some rocks, so it is a helipad there for Hayden. My cousin name is Hayden, so
interesting.
I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I said that. That has no significance to this whatsoever, but it does make an H. Or if you look at it from the side, a very wide eye. And you're going to need a very wide eye for those pilots to get anywhere near and avoid all incoming fire.
Are you okay? You're not drunk again, are you?
I'm almost done with my bottle of wine, so I'll let you be the judge.
Oh my god, Barb, come on.
Hey, like I said, I went from 1.5 liters.
Casavo, thanks for converting your sub and resubbing. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a kick out of this. Yes, you halved your alcohol content intake. I applaud you.
But I don't think it really matters because I'm, like I said, I'm almost done with the whole bottle. And if you keep antagonizing me, I'll just chug the rest of it. Watch me.
All right, so Iander is given an RPG. We'll see if he's able to hit any of the helicopters with that. I always love to see a good swatting of a helicopter with some AT here. Kind of half curious why I wasn't given an Igla, but I can understand it's because the helicopters are transport-based. They're not really meant to do any firing. I also love they've built a fortification to the west and put one of the NSV statics on there, and I'll be curious to see where they put the other NSV, because it looks like they have picked it up, and they are going to bring it up if they haven't already. I just can't seem to find it at this moment. Ah, it is on the southeastern corner.
Real quick, to answer what's that, he's obviously never been to a frat party, because Stop the Bag is a very fun drinking game where, you know, those boxes of Franzia and like the big wine coolers. You open up the box, take the bag of wine and like hold it up, and then with the spouts at like the bottom, and then you just go around the party and everyone like chugs from the bag of wine as long as they can, and everyone like counts like 1, 2, 3.
I know, right, Yash?
I saw someone.
Thanks for the 4-month resub.
For a full minute straight from one of those bags and sucked it dry, and it was amazing. And it was the only time I've ever seen anyone do anything.
Looks like they put the static into here.
What are you talking about?
The positioning of OPFOR statics and how they can shoot down helicopters that come close.
Well, they set up one in the busted down windmill, so I don't think that's going to be useful at all with a sit down NSV, but that's just me.
Well, they're trying. Those things are really meant to shoot down helicopters, not enemy infantry.
Oh, I agree, but the position that they put it in, and it just killed someone. It absolutely just killed someone. Top of the tower, it just killed someone. The windmill on the mountaintop. Oh no, he woke back up. But it almost killed him.
So it armored him. If we look on the floor here, I don't see any blood, though, under the tower or, like, under his position directly. So I don't think it hurt him at all. It just armored him.
Oh, he's lucky then. Because I swear to God, I thought it fucking killed him.
Well, you got to remember, they're set to invincible until the safe zone ends. You'll see vehicles explode, but not players until safe start ends.
Wasn't there one like 2 weeks ago where we saw someone die, or like a squad die from an armor crash or something? Not armor crash, but like they crashed in their vehicle into something and they all died before safe start ended?
I don't recall.
Safe start.
It's their safe space. All right, otherwise, I mean, again, this is going to be pretty obvious here. We've got Bravo focusing on the eastern corner. What is this other group over here? We got Alpha focusing on the west. You have Charlie with Command and Platoon 1 HQ and a Foxtrot group, which is just another machine gun team holding the central line here. And Platoon 2 HQ is hiking to the northernmost objective, I guess, to hold that on their own.
Yeah, they're probably going to just really more so check out what's going on there. I mean, there really isn't much. A couple of truck wrecks, some sandbags, a barrel fire, but really not much. Like I said, holding the... I mean, it looks like they're going to...
Gunslinger, thanks for the tier 1 sub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a kick out of this.
I don't know. It's very strange. It's almost like they're... what's the fucking castle in Lord of the Rings that they gotta defend?
Gondor?
You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
Person.
Gondor's the country.
Is it? But they say Gondor calls for aid. They wouldn't say America calls for aid or something like that.
Helm's Deep?
Helm's Deep, that's the one. Yeah, it's like Helm's Deep. They're putting themselves up on the fucking mountaintop and pretty much defending from all sides. I don't know. This is interesting, but I would personally prefer to kind of hold these apartments. I don't know.
Well, apartments are just a big open flat space with a bunch of hills in between. In my opinion, that's the weakest one to hold. I personally agree with this defensive line here. Just hold one of the hills and chill. Kill anything that comes up to you because you have the high ground and you can just put your machine gun down and mow anything down that comes up to you. I'm gonna look at Blue 4 real quick, see how they have deployed. They have all of the engines going. They've got a squad in each of the Chinooks here, and then a lot of the infantry in G-Legs' Chinook. They have both of the Humvees mounted in the Blackfish, and it looks like the rest of the infantry are going to Little Bird, but I don't think they're all going to fit in there.
Yeah, no, that thing will carry, I want to say 8, plus the pilot and co-pilot, because it's got the 2 seats in the back, and I think it could fit
so 6.
3 on the skids.
6 plus pilot, co-pilot is 8.
But then it's got the 2 seats in the back.
Yes, but the skids can only take 2 each. This is the vanilla Little Bird, not the RHS SOCOM Bird.
Vanilla. Yep, you're
If it was the SOCOM Bird, then it could fit 3 people on each bench, and then 1 person in the back, because it's weird, and then 2 in the front.
Right, yeah. So, yeah, Lusad, Moxie, Mapnora, all these guys are probably going to load into either one of the Chinooks or the... Well, no, they couldn't load into the Blackfish, could they? So, yeah, they've piled up into the Little Bird as much as possible, but it still leaves Moxie and Map. Although it looks like they're holding off on on taking off until everyone is sorted and they get the call from high, or not high, but ground rather. And so they're playing it smart at least. They're not jumping the gun on this.
Blackfish is not going to be taken off. And they have Mountain waiting to pick up the remaining 3, so they're not going to bring the Humvees. Interesting.
Maybe, or any of these guys that are still on the ground? No, none of them are pilots. That is a very interesting call. Both for the fact that they're not going to have any mobility once they land, or at least with without any Humvees. Plus the fact that we've seen in the past, using air assets that don't have any offensive armaments for, just confusion and noise and distraction. But they're not going to be doing that here with the Blackfish. That's very, very interesting.
So Green 4, they have a marksman team watching north in case of a wide flank.
Did you say Green 4?
I did. Op 4 has a team there north of the northern cache. The 2 Chinooks are flanking around. Potentially they're going to land somewhere either on the northern side or the western side. Little Bird and the other Chinook are going to probably land on the eastern side. We might see a pincer. We are going to see some sort of pincer. We just don't know where the flanks of those pincers are going to go.
Yeah. Do Red 4 have any...
the Humvees are empty.
Just the static NSVs?
They have the static NSVs and then that little showpiece at the central terminal site. And they have Hyander with an RPG.
So that might as well be an
so they're
Igla.
empty.
Gotcha.
A very short-ranged Igla.
And he does have that scope as well. Any rocket other than the 7V, basic rocket, will not line up with the iron. So the fact that he has that scope should give him some extra precision in his shots. But yeah, those Chinooks flying around. The garrison here hears it. Garrison here hears it. It's just going to be down to how they play this. It's pretty precarious how it's set up. They could go safe and land at the Yolandi airport, which I think is what Mountain is doing with his 13 or so infantry. And then they're just going to hike up the mountain. I think it's more of a waiting game, for now at least.
Mm-hmm.
Dingo is actually coming in pretty close with this Chinook. Gonna be landing on one of these outcroppings off to the west of the southern objective.
His thing just opened up. We do have someone with an RPG, Smith here. Some rounds going up to him, though, to try to stop him.
And it did. He went prone and put his rocket away. Now that it's landed, though, pulls it back out.
Infantry were just jumping out early on, getting themselves hurt a bit.
There goes the rocket.
Rocket was short.
Way short.
And he cuts the ropes. And does a flare.
Yeah, a couple of people still left in there, but about a fire team or so got dropped off successfully and definitely going to draw the attention.
Little Bird dropped off a group to the northeast of the objective site, and it looks like the remaining forces are going to drop off here as well from a Chinook. Ooh, that's a lot of guys that just got out. That's the big Chinook. One that was filled with at least double the amount than any other Chinook there. Now you got Mountain coming back, who is going to try to make another landing over here.
Yeah, they're going to have, what, about a click and a half to go, and then up a mountain, going from sea level up about 300 meters to the top of the mountain for that objective. So they got a ways to go. This is going to be very fortunate for Red 4. I mean, as we've seen before, burning that clock is a legitimate strategy that has worked in the past. So just the fact that they're able to deter the helicopters from landing close, apart from Dingo's chopper at least, it's going to be very fortunate for them. As I say that, Dingo's people that he unloaded are taking a lot of fire from up that hill from Alpha Red 4 group.
Cardi just jumped out of a helicopter, and he is probably, he might wake back up. I've seen them wake up like that before, but he's going to have a very big walk.
Where's he at?
Way north.
Oh, yep, I see him.
047078.
And I think he just end keyed, or not end keyed. What am I trying to say?
Respawned? No, he's still alive.
No, so what he did, it was the Ace wake up thing, where you wake up for half a second, then get knocked out.
Yep.
And where you ragdoll, yeah, that happened to him. So I think that's Cardi out of the fight, which is unfortunate. I think he double tapped V to fasten his seatbelt, and it didn't work out.
So Op 4, they were, that's the Alpha group that was on the western flank. They're actually folding back in, realizing Blue 4 is coming up. And there is enhanced movement rework. There's no enhanced movement itself on. So that prevents the bunny hopping of, mountain goating up the side of the mountain, which I personally love to do, but...
I love it as well.
Alright, so the Northern Marksman team is probably going to see this Blue 4 group move up. It's Fred and Hassinger. And I think Hassinger has spotted some dudes. I'm going to look on his first-person camera. He's definitely looking in the direction of Blue 4's advance here, but he hasn't spotted anything yet. I see him gleaming over where Blue 4 is moving in from. He just hears those helicopters. And looks like Cardi woke back up. I can see his triangle in the distance.
Did he actually wake back up? Yes, he did.
Yep.
Wow, that is surprising. But yeah, like you said, he's got a long walk. He's a machine gunner too. He's got that the M240. So he's only really got that short range. He might be able to hit up the Kid or Star Ghost, who are his squad and team leads respectively. Try and get a chopper over here.
We were 5 meters away from a mid-air collision, by the way, between a Little Bird and a Chinook.
Oh, Lord.
I would have laughed my ass off.
Legs and Olaf might be going back to try to get the Blackfish up and dump those Humvees. We'll see. I mean, at this point, because they don't have any armament, even though they are kind of reinforced, there really isn't too much use for them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If they had the 240 or the M2 turrets or something on top, that'd be another thing because it'd be mobile firepower. But at this point, it's really just infantry stuff with the 134s and the Chinooks to support.
So I'm watching Hassinger's first-person camera here. They're still trying to keep their spot hidden. But a marksman would be really good to have at this angle where Blue 4 is coming up. Now you hear Hassinger mag dumping the Little Bird.
And the tail rotor just got shot out. I heard it. Yeah, tail rotor's out.
Great shots.
Actually, no, not even 762. It was
545.
Although it could have been.
Yep, that Little Bird is completely out on its tail.
Yeah, so it's going to have to try and auto-rotate, land safely enough to repair it. And it's Pierce, so it's not the craziest thing I've seen Pierce do. But I'll try and...
Hold up. Blue 4 Platoon, 2 HQ, and Foxtrot. The machine gun teams have gotten up on the southern side and are attacking from the southwest of the southern position for... I don't even know what to call this. I guess the southern position of OPFOR, the one that they're really keen on defending here. And,
some passes.
Yep, Chinook did a mag dump on the central building, and its engine's spooling down. Nope, it's not. All right, that was just it going away and it going on the lower side.
Effect. Yeah,
gotcha. So Blue 4 doesn't know where Op 4 is fully defending yet, as evidenced by they were just shooting at the empty office building. And now Hassinger is opening up on some of the advancing northeastern Blue 4 guys. I just saw him take a shot out.
So I'm going to take that back, what I said about the Little Bird. The rear tail rotor is actually still spinning. I did definitely hear something break. That's a very distinctive crunch sound. So they might just be damaged or something. But we'll see. It does look like it's trying to land. But it is... I could
have sworn I saw it stopped.
Maintain control, so that is not a concern. And Pierce is providing some morale to the troops, doing a very close flyby and hover.
So by the way, if you look to the southwest, we actually do have an Op 4 guy down in a little trench there. So Blue 4 already getting some kills in here. It was Nemesis of all people that died first. Wow.
Oh, really?
Top player curse, man. Let's see, we have Ghoster who has died down there too, aka Boston. He sometimes shoutcasts with us. Who had a 240 Bravo, so yeah, I mean, both sides losing a machine gunner. Wow, Nemesis is actually playing a rifleman this time. That's rare.
Looks like Cardi was able to get picked up by the Chinook. Yep, he got picked up, and now he's heading back south from the northern part of the island.
Every man counts in FNF.
And woman.
Especially with the last round. You got Iander trying to scope out, potentially trying to hit that Chinook, but it is just too far for his reach, if I were to be honest. He's biding his time. He has a limited amount of rockets, but he does have his assistant to give him more. But he definitely wants to make every one of those shots count, because those can also be used as a shock and awe effect weapon to groups of Blue 4 coming up. So you got that NSV turret. It has been adjusted and actually just knocked out one of the Blue 4 guys that was CO. Player usually see with T5 Bay. So him getting knocked out already is not good. Bay's turret around, I guess, sensing that his battle buddy went down. And you have the marksman team on the northern side looking at a different angle. That's a shame, because they had perfect eyes on the main Blue 4 advance here. So Yash bringing up that the Blue 4 group to the west attacking the southernmost objective right now seems like a sacrifice play. I disagree on the fact that Blue 4 did not do any recon here to know where Op 4's positions were. So they just sent machine gun teams up here to see if there were guys up here in general, not realizing that Op 4 had their full force up here.
I think that's a good way to think about it. Also, the fact that even just having the distraction, like look how much attention they've drawn upon themselves. Yes, they are a much smaller force. Yes, they could never really take this garrison even if they tried. But the fact that all these people are looking over here, one of the NSVs is looking over here, it's drawing attention away from this massive blue force coming in from the north.
Ooh, the Chinook that was just making a pass just lost its rear rotors.
Yep, was that the NSV or was that just small arms? Because
it was just small arms.
Yeah, that's Chinooks for you.
Whew.
So they're gonna try and keep auto-rotating, trying to spin around in the air, do their best imitation of a Beyblade, but they're gonna be very much ineffective.
Hey, by the way, real quick, Chinook landed back at base. They have the Blackfish. They're bringing the Humvees. Don't know why now they're deciding to do it, but they're doing it. They unloaded one, and I think they reloaded it. Mountain might paradrop one of them for SL Dream to drive around him, but he is going to vertical take off it. What?
Real quick. North of the northernmost objective, Hassinger and Fred just passed Galil on the mountainside. They completely passed by each other just off of sheer luck. These guys on a buddy patrol, they're gonna if they're unlucky, they're gonna run across about 3 dozen blue form troops. And I don't think they're really aware of this at this point.
I really don't know why they pulled off that angle. They were at a really good spot. I think because they just didn't notice how many Blue 4 guys were coming.
They didn't know that these guys were coming. They just got antsy and went out to patrol instead. But that opened up for, you know, these 2-3 squads of guys to push in pretty much unopposed. If they start shooting from the rear, they might get some casualties on their scorecard, but I can't see it being too effective here like this.
Which I believe CO just died. All right, so CO disconnecting because he more than likely died. So Blue 4 losing 2 members of their machine gun teams to this attack. We're seeing some more shots go out, starting up with Buckets. He's on 2 kills, by the way, as a marksman. That's a really good role to play for this operation because a lot of this is going to be infantry fighting.
Blackfish is coming in. Humvee gets dropped off.
Yep.
Both of them.
I told you they were going to do that. One of them's fake.
You said that they weren't because they let the pilots didn't get in it, but they have.
No, I told you they were going to paradrop the Humvees because Dreams was in the rear one.
Oh, then I missed that. But hey, when do we not miss things?
So this is just a distraction because I don't think Blue 4 Op 4. How would I put this? Blue 4 hasn't done recon on Op 4, so they don't know where Op 4 is, so they're just trying to throw a lot of distractions to help get Blue 4's force up here. So the distractions, in theory, work really, really well. It's just Op 4 has an all eggs in one basket approach to hold this one bunker, so it doesn't really matter. But the machine gun teams and that marksman, done by Buckets and the Foxtrot groups, have been a really good harasser here. And, I mean, Buckets was on... Yep, go ahead.
Well, yeah, with those Humvees dropping, that now splits their splits the southern garrison's attention across
down here,
both west and east northeast. One Humvee,
G5 Bay on 3 kills.
SL Dream, so yeah, he's gonna drive away. These are the up armored ones. Rocket goes out and actually gets pretty close, but the other one was not manned at all. So yeah, essentially, like you said, just a distraction play, caused some confusion and some panic.
Northern Op 4 group spotted by Misu and is now under fire. Again, that Op 4 group, they got too antsy. They're now trying to return fire. The marksman is, at least. With the Little Bird right there, though, it could be trying to look down there and track where they go to alert the Blue 4 group. But, I mean, that's not the objective. We've got Bravo 1 right next to the objective itself, though. That could honestly just ignore that group as they knock out the marksman.
Back at Blue Force spawn, we have G-Legs and his Chinook. He was the one that got the tail rotor knocked out. He's actually auto-rotating pretty well, trying to land this thing, though he's starting to lose control. Very gently trying to push, just gently land, and I think he's gonna get this.
Nice.
Another happy landing. Yeah, that is about as perfect as you could do it with a blown out tail rotor for a Chinook. So they're going to be able to repair that and get that back up in the air for some more fire support.
So we have Iander down, Infidel's dead, and M we already said was dead. Hassinger is down on the northern side. And Blue 4 now getting up to the northern hills here. The one fear they have to worry about are those NSV turrets laying fire on them from range, but Blue 4 will be able to get teams up to both caches. Dreams will be able to get up to the office building, take out that cache. Bravo 1 will be able to demo that northern cache there. So now it's just going to be mountaintop to mountaintop as the machine gun teams try to surgically strike into the southern group. T5 Bake went down, though. He was on 3 kills. Risen is still alive, though. Interesting.
Dream has gotten out of this Humvee north side of that office building, like you said, and he's pushing up. He has spotted the cache. He's just a pilot, so he actually looks like he opened up the inventory. I don't know if he's able to actually pull anything from it, but he's going to check the rest of this building out and then probably just mag dump the shed and try and destroy it. Meanwhile, the rest of the guys on the northern peak they've gotten their eyes on that cache up there. And it's just going to be down to, pretty much as we expected, this southern garrison up here. So,
hey, real quick, the Chinook driven by Gorski, he was trying to land it too because he lost the second rotor and he was crashed it, unfortunately. One of them is dead. He is in the rock with his legs crossed. All right. Interesting. Holton's staring right at him, but Gorski and Holton are still alive. They'll bandage up, and I don't know what they're going to take because the only other working Chinook is in the same boat. Its tail rotor's out. I'm also going to see, I'm really curious to see if that Blackfish is going to make close passes just to mess with Op4.
So when you say legs crossed...
Yeah, so he's just flaring off the side and trying to draw Op4 fire.
The image that I'm looking at of that crashed Chinook, it's modern art.
It's modern art, okay.
I don't know how else to explain it.
Sure. Alright, so we still have Platoon 1 HQ back here. It's Fred. He has gotten a kill, and I think he's trying to pick off people on the rear, but he is also taking fire from some rear defenders here as well. Little Bird skating around.
Real quick, Ryzen, he's trying to pull Nadriado. He is in the middle of the hornet's nest.
Oh my god.
You saw this in the Paw Patrol. You saw this in the
Paw Patrol. Crawling up.
Marksman crawling up the side of the mountain. Pro. This
Hidden.
is exactly what you saw.
Camo net, man. Because you stick your head in the ground, Arma clips you in, he's invisible. Meanwhile, Op4 put an explosive trap on that cache.
On the one that they're all next to?
Yeah, no, right to the right of Risen, the machine gunner just put an explosive satchel down and armed it. And I think Risen's gonna shoot him in the back of the head.
You called it for sure, man. You absolutely fucking called it. You must have looted the combat engineer and went for it, but he...
So Yanni runs down, immediately starts doing medical.
Poplar from Pluto and his buddy up here, just on the other side of these trenches, he's drawing the attention. This is not good for Ryzen. Enough gumption on it.
Oh my god. That's not how you throw grenades. The angle of that blast, though, just crippled Pop-Tart.
No, that's good at least, but he's going to be wondering where that grenade came
from. No, he's going to get more shots here.
Oh, Ryzen, he just goes fucking Rambo. Takes down 2, gets a kill, and knocks the other one out. But, yeah.
He gets knocked out by Nafs with the PKP. Good call, though. I mean, he went positive in his KD. There's 2 more bodies in that pile. And there's a 3rd guy he knocked out, too. So, I mean, 3 for 1. Not a bad call to make there, especially since Blue 4 has the 25% numbers advantage.
Not at all. So, decent play. Not quite to the levels of Adriano.
Redo sells it. Thanks for dropping by.
At all.
Yeah, you're not supposed to kamikaze in FNF.
Tower doing a friendly wiggle to forces to the north. Probably doesn't think he has enough firepower to take out that cache himself. So he's going to try and get some reinforcements in here, and they're going to be able to take that pretty much unopposed. And yeah, I'm just, every time I look at the map for the southern garrison, it just looks sparser and sparser. But we still have the Platoon 2 HQ group on the west side. Risen was the last person on the south side, so that's that flank done for Blue 4. But we still have all these guys
Still
on the
so many
north.
Blue 4 guys.
And this is looking pretty strong, if I'll be honest, for Blue 4.
Blue 4 using that new Chinook to try to fire down on the fortifications. Not scoring any kills, but still freaking Op4 out. And Op4 does not have a lot of defenses between themselves and the main Blue 4 force, so that could allow Blue 4 to push in. They do have a Humvee that they could use to ferry people up to the base of the mountain. But with that other mountain and the Charlie teams over there, which are the weapon squads, one with AT and one with a machine gun, they could easily keep Op4 suppressed as the rest of Blue 4 advances. And now we got Op4 firing at one of their own guys here. Musket, who's trying to come around and close the gap here on those 3 Blue 4 guys still remaining, but he was just shot at by 3 of his own guys from the mountain itself, showing you just how hard the PID is between the PLA and the UK forces. We saw that a lot in the last round. Then again, this isn't against UK, it's against Marpat. I believe that's Marine Marpat, am I wrong there? Whatever the sand, this desert camo is, it's, you know, it's whitish.
That's Desert Marpat. You can also see the Marines logo on their chest rig.
So, I mean, it gives them a little less camo with the snow, but, you know, at that range, it makes sense. Yeah, definitely.
And, yeah, Blue 4 storming the building, pushing up top.
Oh, Muscat.
Daniel is the combat engineer, so he'll put down a satchel charge and take care of this central objective.
Yeah, Muscat disconnecting, meaning that the Blue 4 group took him out. I don't know where his body is, but... Oh, I found it. Yeah, he was going on the far left flank of that Blue 4 group, but they still took him out because PID is a little easier to spot at that range.
I'm very surprised at how long this Western Blue 4 group has been able to survive. I mean, they only have 3 people, so they're not too effective at their current numbers, but it's still, like, the fact that they're surviving. Oh, and the suppressing fire coming in from the northeast of the southern objective. That's beautiful to see. Thought I heard another engine or something go out. Yeah, the Little Bird drops off a bunch of people, but it's had some structural damage. As it drops off another fire team south by Risen. Geo goes over the top of the Little Bird, and it crashes because I think the engine got shut out. And one of the pilots jumps out, but the other one is caught in the fire.
Hot damn.
And the rest of them are getting fucking torn apart as this B1 group responds incredibly quickly. Pilot doesn't even know what hit him as he gets dropped down cold. And this group is already down to 3 down here on the south side.
They're doing a good job trying to maneuver around, though, to stay away from Op4's fire. And if you look towards the northeast, a shit ton of fire is coming from Blue 4 forces entrenched. But them moving around like this to reposition at an angle where Blue 4 isn't, Op4 isn't looking, we could see a pickoff kill on Quickly here because he's trying to walk this MSV down. He quickly goes into cover, though, because he's being fired by at guys from the base of the area. So if he goes to the sit-down turret, he's going to get shot and picked off immediately by Lusod, who I think just got the kill. And with the all the gunfire, again, that's going to create a shit ton of noise pollution. So the farther western group of Op4 is going to turn around and see these Blue 4 guys coming. This could create a massive break in Op4's line because this side of the mountain doesn't know Blue 4's right here.
And they're actually getting fired up by the Platoon 2 HQ group.
Central cache just got blown up.
Nice. But yeah, this 3-man fire team, they're trying to cause some chaos, maybe try and take out...
GL's going.
10-man sized squad down here.
Op4 got a guy knocked out. They're now firing back at Lusode here. He opened up with a GL, but it was a little short. And now Blue 4 getting engaged by guys at the central defensive line here. One of the Blue 4 guys getting picked off. Grenades going over, but they're not far enough.
Yeah, he needs to toss some nades down this hill. Let the...
Perfect throw on Luso, but it was a smoke.
The other one's a frag, but it rolled back down the hill. Wasn't enough.
The M134 is doing their best to try to cover Lucid here. Lucid does... Oh, yes he did. All right. Quickly gets a pick off before he might go down from Trem in there, but Lucid on 3 kills right there. That Blue 4 needs to keep making that style of play because, again, they still have that... Oh, my God.
It went into VTOL mode and just took a rocket to the face. I think a GL, actually. But it's taking all of this...
Where's Iander?
More GL.
That thing can be such a bullet sponge.
Blue tracers. Oh my God. I love how it's popping flares.
It's just being a distraction right now, making Op4 burn all of their ammo.
And I think it's really going to survive this.
Yeah, no, the Blackfish can take a shit ton of fire.
Oh, sorry, Doppler.
Yeah, no, I heard it too. Doppler effect of the engine from the Chinook. I heard it too. That's why I immediately flew over there.
Yeah, the rest of this Blue 4 team, honestly, like the rest.
Yeah, Risen. I saw it too.
And they should still have 1 or 2 of the Humvees. There's one was plateaued to the south of the central objective, and the other one was still being driven around by.
Oop! Iander missed that RPG.
But otherwise, they need to go in. Blackfish is coming in again.
AT just hit it, but again, that thing is a super tanky asset. Is it going down? Nope.
It's dropping, but the engine still sounds good.
Rocket going right over the side. GL hitting the cockpit. They're just making Op4 burn ammo.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I wonder if the pilot will quote-unquote lose control and crash on top of the objective.
I'm seeing those engines start to smoke. It's taking a lot of damage.
Yep. Not enough, though. But they're see, the reason they're doing that is look under the Blackfish. Look at all of these Blue 4 guys pulling up. Everyone is looking up at the Blackfish instead of down to see Blue 4 make this massive advance. We do have Angus trying to pick off a Blue 4 guy on the side. RPG goes in.
Not survive, and that's all she wrote. I mean...
Iander with an aircraft kill.
Being a distraction is one thing. Being a stationary distraction is another. And there's one thing you want to do and one thing you don't want to do. Oh, that was fucking...
And now they're shooting at the pilots that are jumping out.
Technically that's a war crime, but I don't think they care too much at this point.
All right, so looking at the roster here, Op4.
Oh, one of the pilots actually got a kill in return.
Yeah, pilots are waking back up, and now they're engaging. All 4 pilots have woken back up.
Oh, Holden's trying to get some people down as well. They're not going down without a fight. So good for them, but at the same time, this Blackfoot should have been on the northern or southern side of this mountain. Because it's on the eastern side, it's still drawing attention in the same vector as the rest of this Blue 4 push. So,
pilots are all knocked out again.
Oh, rip. But you know what I mean? Like, because it was, I mean, it was above that vector and drawing the attention up, but still in that same direction, once it crashed, it still draws the eye towards the rest of the Blue 4 advance.
One of the pilots has woken back up, but he is getting shot to shit in the back. I think he was AFK, not expecting to wake up again because I didn't see any immediate reaction. But look at all of Blue 4 about to make this massive. I think they're going over to possibly hit it from Is that going to be the southeast? That's a little bit of a misplay in my opinion. No, it looks like some are starting to come up from the southeast here directly. But if they go further south, it's just creating more open area for them to fight through. Really, what they should have done was kept pushing from the direct east.
Yeah, direct east, or maybe even the north. That the steeper that it is, the more that the garrison Red Fort needs to poke.
Yeah.
Out. So yeah, I'm with you. A bit of a misplay.
A lot of GLs going up there, though. Hot damn. Some even going over the mountain.
And
do that one about the land.
In the mountain below. Ooh, some of them actually hitting the guys, the Alpha Red Fort group, Stark, Pointman, Brandy, all these guys down here on the west side. They're actually flying over and hitting near them, near enough to cause some discomfort.
That looks beautiful.
And now Vagrant, the Platoon 2 HQ, is actually, or him and Grav are actually the two last guys over here on the west, still trying to be a bit of a thorn in the side. But as the eastern side tries to push up, we have Jupiter over here just with
his handgun.
Yeah, trying to do something. He's taking down.
He got a kill with his handgun.
Kill. That's a little 9-0, but he's got 3 kills on his scorecard. So he's doing some.
I think he just got a 4th kill with the handgun. Nope, that wasn't him. That was someone else.
No.
And he just wounded someone else with the handgun.
We're pushing up behind him, but he doesn't know.
He doesn't give no fucks, man. He's downing people with a freaking 9mm.
He looks back and then he looks behind him and looks back south. This is amazing.
Blue 4 isn't expecting to have someone right there, though. We have another guy sprinting back, but he's not going to see him. Now we got the Charlie 2 Pyramid walking up. Grenade bounced off the side. We got the Chinook now flying overhead. It's just absolute chaos.
This is what
15 minutes.
And this might be a bit too much for Blue 4. Look how quickly those, I'm just looking at the map, look how quickly those icons have dissipated. They're still kind of spread out, so test for some of that, but still, like, we do have this 2-man group up on the northern side of, let's see who this is. This is Tarnfalk up here.
Galil gets tapped in the head on the northern side. Fred getting his 2nd kill. Hassinger woke back up. I thought he died. So Op4 now is a marksman team on the northern side.
Just killed the Red 4 commander with a law.
Nice.
A fucking law to the face. Turns him into mush. Not bad at all.
Yeah, I really think Blue 4 should have just advanced from the northeast with all of that cover and concealment to work with, whereas this open hill to the southeast is just way too much open here, and it's too many Blue 4 guys getting picked off.
And it's not flat enough, or it's not steep enough of a gradient. I mean, the Chinook needs to start doing some fucking strafes if it has anyone in the gunner's positions, but it's going to be on these northern guys that are up here. They're starting to make their...
Yeah, they do have a demo guy, too, with Collins. And there's not a lot of Op4 guys here. Grenades being thrown right on top of Iander. He might get blown away. Nope, he goes prone to save himself.
Yeah, good for him. Yeah, he's got that aircraft kill, like you said.
Almost got a 2nd one on the Chinook there, but just misranged the shot by a hair. So if those Blue 4 guys that are right on the base of this objective here can just push in, they might be able to just steal this victory here. But they're going to have to act fast, because if Op4 finishes cleaning up the southeastern push, there is going to be nothing to work with here.
It's Sailroaders out.
Yep. Again, it's trying to create noise pollution and distract Op4.
Yep, just make it as hard as possible to discern. We have another group, Alpha 2, come up the eastern side. Sirius, Claude, and Paladin, and Edward.
Paladin picking off a lot of dudes. That's the 3rd guy he picked off up here. We've got Angus now turning.
And Blue 4 is starting to get into this
combat. Broch, though, standing up there. Angus getting 2 more kills. Excuse me, that was Paladin getting a kill on Angus and somebody else. And,
now. Fire coming out from the half-destroyed house.
Wow.
And we have Haz coming up on one of the Blue 4 guys on the east side. And, oh, this is a mess.
Ooh.
Oh, Haz gets taken down.
Op4, they're trying to run some guys around. Blue 4 running some guys around as well, getting a lot of free kills here. Explosive Trout knocking out Paladin.
Did it?
Yeah, no, his body went flying away.
Yep, I see him now. He's got 4 kills, actually. Damn. And the fucking platoon.
Yeah, right, Gillian. That's how you got shot in the back of the head, too. Thanks for the 5-month resub. Hope you keep enjoying the ops. Hope you get a kick out of this.
They try and push up the northeast side of this mountain.
So we got Iander and Sideways. Sideways on -1. He accidentally killed a friendly, but both are watching adjacent windows.
Sirius tries to push in with that 249, peeks the window, and gets clapped in the face. We have two Red 4 guys just playing the corners. And
Grenade. Ooh, oh, that's not. It just fell through the building, though. It still knocks out Sideways.
Oh, and these grenades, they're already doing a lot of damage. Another one comes in right at the feet of the other guy.
Iander's still okay, but Op4, like, as soon as Blue 4 started changing their attack angles here and just attacking from separate positions, it really stretched Op4 thin. We have a few guys down the hill, bodies getting dropped.
Foxy taking down Iander.
Sideways woke back up, though, and gets the headshot kill.
Revenge, good revenge, but it's...
Op4, though, getting a double tap on a Blue 4 guy that was tunnel vision there. It was Pop-Tart. And Op4 has taken control back on this hill. Blue 4 not even close. We got two Op4 guys coming in from the rear, though. This is neck and neck.
Absolutely neck and neck. And, yeah, Sideways just took down Pop-Tart from Bluto as he saved.
It was at -1. He's going to be at -2 now. Fuck's sake.
He went back to 0 because he took down the other guy.
Yeah.
Now he's going to be back at -1 because he took down Pluto. And he has to avenge himself as well.
The only person defending this cache is me. No one else. You got Stark running around. He's on 5 kills looking around.
I think he just got another. No. Well, he's trying to.
He's picking off some dudes medicing.
But
He's now taking 2 shots, though. He's going to get behind that rock. Really surprised that Blue 4 guy really close to him. Swola isn't folding in to try to take him out. We're on 10 minutes remaining, but it's going to be over by then.
It's gonna be close, like you said. I'll give you that. Chinook's coming back in from the south, looking like it's might go in for a very hot landing.
Oh my God!
Yep, it's killing its airspeed. It's gonna try and land. Oh my God! Perfect! Amazing! Beautiful! Come on, Legs! Come on, Gila!
United States Army! Oh my God!
Let's fucking go! Get the reload.
What do you call this? They just almost shot each other.
Friendly fire. Mag dump the cache. Mag dump. It's already taking 2 grenades.
We got Shepard.
Shepard woke back up, and he's wondering what the fuck is going on. He hears the gunshots.
He might find an angle on one of the pilots. He's trying. Gets the headshot. Other guy pulls his handgun. This is modern. Oh God, it's slipping. It might crush.
Olaf has an RPG at his feet. He's trying to grab it, but he can't because the other it's Iander's. Iander is still alive.
Yep.
Conscious.
Shepard gets a kill on Permum.
Oh my God, what the fuck is happening?
He's got no choice but to back up the catch with his handgun. Oh my God.
Guys, like Iander is unconscious on the other side of the wall.
Shepard's buying him time though.
Where'd Shepard go?
He went in the frickin'... Oh, the Chinook's sliding!
Chinook's moving.
Oh my God! What is this? Iander's dead.
Okay, he's dead. He disconnected. I think he was still conscious technically, but yeah, because he's dead now.
Shepard's looting bodies.
Iander's RPG is stuck in his butt, so now the pilot's in
Op4 has the numbers advantage by 1 player.
But the pilot needs to do something now that he's on the point. Whether it's
yeah, he's got a gun.
I think he's stuck. He's stuck between the wall and the cat.
We got Misu running up. He's got a 249, but right behind him is an Op4. He's trying to vault into the... Oh God, now we got...
Red Force coming in. Red Force coming in the door. That's Shepard.
Oh no! Oh. And Misu's down!
Double tap! Stark had 7 kills. He had 7 kills.
Oh my god.
Shepard visibly distraught.
There's the fucking Chinook on fire.
And the last one left is Grav. There's no other blue for left but Grav in a 1v3 with 6 minutes to go.
All right, Grav, 1v3.
Chinook's already blown, so unless some physics bullshit happens where it, like, clips into something and, like, wipes the entire mountain.
Grav is armed with a 240 Bravo. That is the best weapon to have.
Did someone else just get friendly fired?
Fucking Shepard just nuked a dude.
That's 2. That's 2 friendly fires. He went from 4 kills.
Wait, we got Red 4 going up.
That's counter at that point. Hey, in Arma,
oh my god!
Turn on you, so that's just natural like code of Arma at work.
Oh my god! The amount of friendly fire on Op4 tonight has been utterly atrocious. Sideways killed 2 of his friends. Shepard just killed 2 of his friends. And that could have been the difference here. Because if Grav gets up here with the 240 Bravo and gets at least half a box mag dumped on the cache, he'll win. And he still has 5 minutes to do it.
So Grav just switched from an MOS scope to a holographic, and he's making a slow climb up the mountain face. Like you said, it's advanced.
Oh my god!
Can't mountain go up the side. But
He's got time for the 5 minutes, though. He's gonna need to at least spend 2 to 3 of those minutes maneuvering. But then the next 2 minutes are really where it's gonna count.
No. So if he gets to the not the plateau, but the ridge on the northwest side. The one that he's walking towards with all the HESCO barriers, that's a much less steep gradient, and he might be able to walk at a decent pace up there. And if he can do that, get up to the top. Both of the guys are on the eastern side right now, so he's going to just have to work his way inside. And yeah, he's got that 240. Like you said, he can mag dump that thing and actually have a decent chance of destroying it. The 2 of them are working together, either trying to medic themselves or the guy that's down up here on the mountainside on the other side of the trenches. He's a Marine, so they shouldn't be, but oh my god, I don't know at this point. I really don't know.
Deep breaths.
It's close. Yeah, he gets to that ridge, and he's going to be walking up it really quick. He's got his gun up, trying to go as fast as he can without being able to sprint. Doing a bit of a Z pattern, as you see. Oh, this is fucking insane.
Okay.
What a way to end the night. This is the last one of EU. It's only fitting that it comes down to an actual 1v2 clutch situation.
It should have been 1v3.
Well, if the pilot was able to pick up Iander's RPG through the wall, then...
Iander was still alive, and now Op4 is just gonna do 2-man sweeps.
He's at the crest. Oh, he throws a grenade. That's gonna give away his position. Yep, there it is. And the attention has been drawn. 2 of them coming in. One with an AK-74.
He's not gonna check his left flank. Oh no!
That's 1, but he can't get this. He can't secure the kill. Other one with the Glen 4.
Oh!
And the trade. They can still wake back up. Grenade bounces back a bit. Oh, and Are you kidding me?
Oh my god!
Like airburst.
Oh my god! Op4 is gonna get the double tap, right? Come on!
Tap.
There it is!
That's gonna be it. Oh my.
Shepard, the last man standing. 3 kills officially, but that was about 5 or 6 because his team killed at least 3 dudes. I have no idea. What the fuck? Oh my god.
And the defense of Helm's Deep stands true. A fight to the last man in every sense of the word. And the last man standing is Shepard. Rex.
Alright, I'll BRB 1 second. Alright, chat.
Yeah, man, I'll catch you around for North America, second round, man.
Yep.
Fucking.
Till then. Alright guys, so here's the deal. In about an hour and 15 minutes, we will start the stream back up again to play an Arma 3 version of SCP Overlord made by Audrey Hotto, and hopefully it won't crash in our faces again. And then we will switch over to FNF to play rounds 2 and 3. So, My name is Liru. I've been your host tonight with Barbarian and co-commentating these rounds. Thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Learn how to PID. Again, it's in an hour and about 5 minutes at 8 p.m. EST. Otherwise, cheers, guys. Have a good one. Go operate operationally, and hopefully I'll see you in a little bit.